couple of blocks from my apartment, they had the Batmobile out there yesterday.
Oh,
the one from the new movie?
From the new movie.
Wow.
And, you know, I guess there was a movie premiere last night of Batman.
Yes, I saw something on the news about that.
You know, and various people, including J.D. yesterday, said to me, you know, he said, I walked by his office, he goes, yeah, I can't wait for Batman. It's going to be Academy Award. We're going to get a bunch of Academy Awards. And the hype now is that Heath Ledger is so good in the new Batman as the Joker that he's going to be...
Well, they have to give him the award, yes.
That they're going to have to give him the award. And I'm sitting there thinking, I wonder if this is hype or not. Like, I thought the last Batman was okay.
I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I liked it. I didn't love it.
I liked it.
I really liked it.
Christian Bale is such a good actor.
Excellent Batman.
Yeah, I really like it.
And now, you know, again, it's the story of how Batman meets the Joker. They keep seeming to get stuck in that same period of time.
Well, that's what happens with these comics. They can only tell the same story over and over and over again when they bring them to the movies.
I don't know why. There's a million Batman comics. Why is it always...
And there are a million villains.
When Batman meets the Joker.
And it's tough to...
It's odd to me. It's like even the Hulk, they had to like move on with
Yep, he's doing the same thing. He's getting born.
Well,
I know.
I heard they were going to do the Riddler, but Frank Gorshin is just in no shape. But talk about a tough acting assignment though for Heath Ledger. He's got to follow Nicholson as the Joker. I mean, that's I hear he's great in it, but that's tough to do.
Yeah, but he was good. He's coming at it from a different angle.
I haven't seen the movie yet because I don't know. We just haven't seen it. And the fact of the matter is, the hype seems to be that it's so good that it's going to be an Academy Award winner. Now, I don't know if that's hype, you know, because before a movie comes out, they start these kind of stories.
Well, and, you know, there's a little bit of, I don't know, I get a funny feeling because they're trading on his death.
Right.
You know, that this is the movie that killed him.
Well,
you got to see it.
Far be it from Hollywood to exploit a tragedy. But I mean, look, I think they're clearly going to do that. And I heard merchandise involving his character is through the roof already.
I haven't heard a actual review. J.D. has a review. Here is the review. This is from television somewhere. I don't know where. It's by Roper. Okay. Our friend Richard Roper.
Okay.
The best comic book movie summer ever just got a whole lot better. The Dark Knight opens next week. This is an early review. Christopher Nolan's Gotham City epic is one of the best movies of the year and should merit consideration for a Best Picture nomination. This is a rich, complex, visually thrilling piece of pop entertainment, as strong as any superhero epic I've ever seen.
Now he's making me anxious
Christian Bale as the most intimidating Batman and the most arrogant Bruce Wayne in the history of the series, and Gary Oldman as the righteous James Gordon. Maggie Gyllenhaal is an upgrade from Katie Holmes as Rachel Dawes. It'll be an upset if Ledger isn't nominated for Best Supporting Actor, and it won't be a maudlin sympathy vote either. He creates a Joker that is one of the most memorable screen characters of the decade.
Wow.
Writer-director Nolan has fashioned a near masterpiece here, maybe the best superhero movie ever made. His action sequences are thrilling, including 2 or 3 moments that are guaranteed to generate big applause in theaters. Even with the lead in a bat suit, The Dark Knight has the authentic feel of a crime epic like Heat or The Departed. It's a great film. I say see it. In fact, see it twice.
I would see it twice, and I'm looking forward to it. This film really is one of the great achievements of the year.
Wow.
Wow.
And,
that is high praise.
Yeah. And you got to believe Richard Roper, he knows what he's talking about. Of course, he gave Beer League a thumbs up, if you remember.
I was going to say, he did like Beer League.
Big thumbs up.
I'll tell you, that gets me really excited.
I'm hyped.
I can't wait now, too.
I am so hyped for this movie.
Yeah.
And I love Batman.
I love Batman more.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, I don't...
You too, Robin? Than Howard?
You didn't read the comics when you were young, my dear.
I love the movies.
Ah, you love the movies.
Remember you said, Howard, that you love Spider-Man 3, and some people gave you shit about it.
Right.
I finally saw it on demand.
Yes.
I couldn't agree with you more.
It was a great movie. Yeah, it was wonderful.
Yeah.
And
I still have...
3 was real. I think it was better than the second one.
Well, people say, critics I've heard say 2 is the best, but I still haven't seen Iron Man yet. So
you got to
check that out.
Speaking of Iron Man, I don't know, Ralph, wanted, he's got a weird apartment. He's got all of these puppets and dolls.
I got to get over there. Have we ever sent the TV cameras over there?
No, but I know a chick who dated him. And she went into, he rarely lets someone into that apartment.
I've never been in it. I picked him up there before. We live a mile from each other. Have you ever been in there?
No, I just seen pictures of it. And the chick ran out of there screaming.
That's what you want.
She saw the apartment and said, what am I doing with this guy? And called her friend, and the friend said, Get out of there now.
Is that true?
What is it, J.D.?
I wanted to make a documentary, like I wanted to make a documentary about Ralph, about what he does during the day, but he wouldn't let me.
Right.
Well, after you got a 5-star review with the Ronnie one, I'm sure Ralph doesn't want to be skewered.
But anyway, so, I don't know, Ralph arranged through Gary to get this Iron Man bust, like they had a head of Iron Man.
It's a stand-up. It's the kind that you put in the theater when you walk in.
Are you kidding? You mean the cardboard stand-in?
Yeah, like the 6 or 8 foot one.
Like, Ralph doesn't have that big an apartment. He doesn't have a lot of money. And, so he called me and he said, would it be all right if I called Gary and asked him to help me get a standee of Iron Man? I go, what are you going to do with that? He goes, I'll put it in my apartment. So, I mean, there's so much junk in that apartment. God only knows what it looks like.
Cardboard standee he's got it.
Here he is calling Gary on an answering message. The kid, he sounds like he's 12. Listen to this.
Hey now, Garrett's Ralph. So I started unboxing that Iron Man thing, and I took it out. Oh my God, it's so huge. It's about like 5 times the size of real life. It's like and it's just from the head down to like like the top of the thighs, and it's like probably like 8 feet. It's so great, man. I put it up on a wall. I'll take a picture and I'll send it to you. It's ridiculous. Thanks, man. All right, bye.
He's even laughing at himself.
He's close to 50 years old now.
I know. putting comic book characters on his wall.
Well, this chick I know who was dating him, she had met him in L.A.
Yeah. When he was at Sam's.
No, he was staying at this other guy's house.
Oh, yeah?
So she had no idea. She knew he was on a show and all this, on a radio show and associated with a... So she figures she's with some big-time guy.
Right.
She comes out to Jersey. She shows up at the apartment, and she sees like the big giant Pamela Anderson
right, because then it was barbed wire.
Right, barbed wire, and he's an adult man. And she figures she's in a relationship with an adult.
Yeah.
So she gets on the phone. She had an accent. She was telling me, she goes, I called my friend, Star, and she said, are you crazy? Head for the hills.
Head for the hills.
And she goes, I said, there's some guy with Pamela Anderson and I'm Batman and Hulk. That broad, you freaked her out, man. She thought she was with like a mass murderer, I think.
You know what? I did down. I still couldn't get rid of her.
Right.
You're
kidding.
Stayed.
No, she stayed this one.
You were trying to get rid of her.
I'm a great guy.
He's a catch.
Baby, what do you do with this Pamela? Why do you have pictures of Pamela Anderson?
What did you say?
It's like Barrett.
I slap it to it, honey. Kiss me.
Ralph was walking. This is so funny. He was on his way over to my apartment yesterday. And so
tell the story.
He sees the Batmobile, right?
Yes.
Okay, parked in the street, right, middle of Manhattan. Good.
And it's like, so he goes over and he decides he's going to take a picture of the Batmobile.
Of course.
With his iPhone.
Yeah.
And there's like, it's not crowded. There's people just milling about. They're just setting up for this premiere.
So they hired some security guy, some low-level guy to watch the Batmobile. And he pulls Ralph aside and goes, you got to move along. So Ralph goes,
it's sitting here on the street.
You've got the Batmobile parked right here on the street. What do you mean I got to... Why would I... This is a public street. Why do I have to move along?
Why do you have it here if you don't want people to look at it?
You're such an asshole. Like, why do you put that thing in the street and then go, okay, move along, nothing to see here.
Yeah, I mean, the whole idea is they're trying to attract a crowd around the Batmobile, so it turns into something so that they can get publicity.
And the security guard doesn't get it at all.
No, so he picks Ralph out, of course, and he's telling him to move along. So Ralph goes, well, you relax, I'm going to take a picture.
Yeah, I said, step back, I'll take a picture and I'll be out of here. Now shut up.
Right.
Yeah, he moved, and I took my picture and moved along. But you know, it really sucked. They had the bat bike there, too, but that was covered up. And I went back later. I couldn't get near it.
Right. Oh, there you go.
Well, I told you Ralph and I went to see the superhero exhibit at the Metropolitan Museum.
Right.
And, of course, they had a no-picture policy, too.
What did you do? Like, what do you do with all these pictures? Like, once you fill up your iPhone.
Dude, I have 1,500 pictures in my iPhone.
But do you ever download them into anything?
Yeah, sometimes.
And then is there such a thing as filling it up so that you have to delete some?
No. I mean, it's like 8 gig. It holds a ton. Like the Batmobile picture I sent John Hine yesterday. He appreciated that. So.
But will you erase that eventually, or will that always be in there?
I could erase it, but I need to erase them because it's very confusing. I have like way too many pictures.
But you won't erase your superhero costume pictures.
No, but you know what's funny?
Can you put them in folders, these pictures? In other words...
He doesn't get them developed.
No, but I mean, does the iPhone come with, like, folder icons?
No, but I could sync it up with my Mac, and I could drag them into folders and stuff like that, but I haven't gotten around to that.
Well, you're busy.
I'm
very busy, but I tell you, it was funny. Me and Robin go to the museum. You're not allowed to take pictures. So I go, Robin, I can block the security guy so I can get the picture of Spider-Man on the wall. Robin starts to go, quick, take the pictures,
Yeah, we're stealing pictures.
Block the security guy. Is this when Robin was heavier? How's she blocking him?
I never saw a guy take so many pictures with this
funny.
iPhone. He takes pictures of people's feet on the subway.
Really?
iPhone is the great thing.
I'll tell you, Ralph,
he showed me pictures of your house yesterday.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
He uses that iPhone. He is the perfect... They should have him on their commercial.
You know how I get bored with everything in my life?
He loves it.
This is the only thing I've never gotten bored with. I take it to bed. I lay in bed.
You should marry it. You know, the one thing about, like, at the end of... And
by the way, a chick came over to my house the other day, and she thought all my stuff was very cool, and so, you know what?
Yeah, but that was Blue Iris. You know, the other day, Ralph was showing me the iPhone, like we were at my house hanging out, and I was so impressed. Like because I was in Afghanistan, I hadn't seen the Jesse Jackson thing. He goes right to YouTube.
Yeah.
He shows me the clip. And after my season of Rescue Me, I have one, and I got as a gift from Dennis Leary, and it's just sitting there.
He went on his iPhone and was able to go on YouTube and watch video?
Yeah.
Remember
you can get on the internet there. Go to YouTube and watch a video.
See, on my Trio, you can't watch videos on the internet.
That's why the iPhone's amazing.
That's why the iPhone rules.
The Trio blows.
Wait a second. Are you saying...
I can go on YouTube right now, and you know what it does, too? It connects right into your Wi-Fi. So if you're, like, anywhere, I mean, you know, if I'm at your house and I want to connect to your Wi-Fi, I do that, and it's lightning fast. So you can watch videos. You sort of...
Yeah, he was showing me news clips. It was just crazy what he could do.
I can go on howardstern.com right now. And see pictures. I mean, it's...
How long does it take to download a picture off of there? I mean, not download, but like view. You know what I mean? View.
Well, it's like it's as fast as your computer.
Wow.
I know. We were sitting in the pool, and he says, I got to show you this Jesse Jackson thing. And I'm like, I don't feel like getting out of here. It's like heated, and I'm fat, and I don't get cold. And he goes, no, he just goes over to the side of the pool, grabs the iPhone, punches it in, and in about 10 seconds, I'm watching... crystal clear, like in high def, the clip of Jesse Jackson.
And the screen is a nice size screen.
Yeah.
You know what's amazing, too? You go on, you know those stupid podcasts? Well, I found out they're not stupid. You go on, like I get ABC World News, and they do a podcast, which is a video podcast, and every time I stick my phone in and sync it up, it downloads all these podcasts, like I'm watching on the train.
If I send you a picture, does it take forever for you to open it and view it?
No.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing. You should have him give a demonstration because he handles that phone better than anybody.
All right.
I showed it to like 3 people, and they all bought it. Everybody I showed it buys it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You know...
you know what? I'm not starting with a new phone, and I'll tell you why. I got I switched to the BlackBerry. That was horrible. I went back to my Trio because at least my email and everything else works fine on there. And I know if I switch to something else, it's 10 months of trying to get that shit set up right, and I'm not doing it.
Well, look at how archaic I am. I still have this friggin' phone. It's a regular flip-up, and the antenna comes. This is what Mercedes.
Wow, you have an antenna.
And this is from a 2006 Mercedes phone that they sell you for $2,000.
Oh, my God.
And then the antenna comes up, so... Now with my assistant and stuff, I'm getting so many texts and bullshit. I'm trying to learn how to do email. I said, all right, I got to update to either a BlackBerry or like a Trio or something. But again, Dennis...
Why is it so hard for you to learn email? I don't understand when people say they have to learn to do email. It's so
now,
easy.
You know what's going to happen? I text so much now, it's almost like it. And this new assistant is so efficient. She just gets every email and she lives 2 blocks away from me, and they're all
Who is
sitting there when I
texting
get...
you? I don't text you. I don't do texting.
I have friends who are like, in other words, I had the party at my house, right?
Right.
And a bunch of my friends, I gave them directions, and I just always had my phone on me, and they would go, look, I'm at that gas station, do I make a right? And I would go, stuff like that.
I mean, you're busy with that.
Yeah, a lot, and talking to broads.
And your fingers.
Like the broad I had over.
You got a big manly hand like myself. Are you able to type in there with your thumbs?
Well, this is a regular phone, so the numbers are way bigger. You see, it's not like...
Let me ask you something.
That's the problem. The Trios are real small.
If I said to you right now, Artie, text me and write the following. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane.
Okay.
How fast do you think you could type the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane into that phone?
I'm a horrible typist.
That's right.
And it's a phone where you got to really, you got to keep pressing it because it's not individual letters.
You must be spending half your day because just to write directions to someone would take you half a day on that.
Well, I wouldn't write directions. I'd call them with directions, and then little things they'd use for text.
Like a final turn.
Right, at like,
Are you
where do I
aware
go?
of the abbreviations that people use?
I'm getting into it, yeah, which is crazy.
But what are some of the abbreviations you've learned?
They're real gay, I'll tell you. Like Teddy knew every one of them.
You had to do happy face when you're smiling?
Well, apparently I send a happy face. Yeah. But I don't know how I did it. It's so embarrassing. Like I sent Tony Siragusa, this
happy face
football player. I texted him, and he goes, dude, is that a joke, or what are you? And I said, you know what? I must have hit something. I have no idea why there's a happy face all the time. And I had to make my sister... stop that. I don't want that happening.
Well, what do you abbreviate?
Well, they do shit like LOL is laugh out loud.
You do laugh out loud?
No, I don't. I can't do that. I can't.
I hope not.
I can't do that.
You would never see me write LOL anyway.
OMG is oh my God.
Oh my God, yeah.
On my chess website, all these balls write LOL and all this shortcut stuff, abbreviations, and I go, what the fuck?
You know what I do? Instead of...
Men are turning into women.
Instead of writing TO for 2, I'll just write 2.
Yeah, the number 2.
Because that's not fruity, and it saves space.
And the U for you instead of writing YOU.
This hot chick I know did the coolest one I've ever seen.
What?
And instead of later... She wrote L, the number 8, and just R.
That's a good one.
Which, I mean,
Are you going to use that?
I think I may steal that from her.
That's kind of gay, though.
Is it?
Yeah, if I get a text from you and it says L-A-R, I'll
You know what? I'm not texting you.
Don't do that.
But again... You know who taught me how to do this was a smoking hot chick, and they're like flirting on it. And it's funny, I find with broads, they get way more, like, sexual because they don't have to say it out loud. Like, they get way more intimate on the phone.
Our dick.
Well, I mean,
You're our dick.
Whatever. They're just like, I don't know, stuff they would never say out loud if you've only known them for a week.
Finger in your ass?
Yeah, like that.
Like even stuff like love you, XO. I'm like, well, what's that mean? But, little shit like that. Teddy, when he gets here late.
I want to see you text, and I want to see you write.
I mean, like, give me someone to text. I could text the guy. Garrett, I'll text you.
Type the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane.
You want me to do that?
Starting right.
Well, how do you abbreviate that?
Let me get my phone
No, he doesn't. I want to see him type. I don't believe that would take him a...
But you see, again, it's like a regular phone. See, Gary has the trio thing where I have to, like, to get the L, I got to go JKL.
You got a keyboard, Gary?
Gary has a full...
That's why I'm saying you must be going insane.
All right, I'm going to see how fast it'll take me, right?
All right. Fred, do you have the timer?
I have a timer.
All right. On your mark, get set, go.
And I'm going to do it from the very beginning where I dial Gary's number.
Right.
Okay.
Right, the clock is running.
You got to dial the number first?
Yeah, you know, you don't. I could have Gary's name in here, but of course that doesn't mean shit.
Clock is running. Take your time. Don't talk. Concentrate. You're going to say the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane.
I could talk and do it at the same time.
Yeah, I guarantee you he'd be much better off making that in a phone call.
Well...
But he would never make that phone call.
But the problem is, and you'll appreciate this, Howard, you know how, like... Some people...
Where are you at right now?
You can't get off the phone. I'm on rain.
Oh, God, you're slow.
Robin, I mean, you know, I'm not a broad. I hired a broad. My father was a real visionary. In the 8th grade, I was taking typing, and he said, and I was failing, and he goes... That's for broads. You're never going to need to know how to type.
Hey, Howard, if you're interested...
The whole world now is based on typing.
Just keep typing.
I've got it.
This is Jason's phone, so he has a text that already sent if you want to see how he abbreviates and stuff.
Let's see what he abbreviates. Keep going, Artie.
I'm going.
He just uses the letter U.
The letter U.
That's
everybody does that, yeah.
You around 4 afternoon, hang at my shore house Tuesday. Bring you our girl.
Wow.
Bring your girl.
Right.
Yeah, you are is your.
Please tell Will Brandino and any other... Oh, just went off. Hey, this is a newer trio than I have. Why does Jason have a newer trio than me?
Every company, Howard, makes a new version. You have to update every 6 months.
Rain. You know what else it does?
Are you still typing?
I'm on Mainly.
Mainly?
I'm not a typist. What do you want me to tell you?
Mainly.
On the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. Okay,
right,
so almost done.
When I took typing in the 8th grade, all I did was, like, put glasses on and try to act like, you know, Ray Charles. And the guy hated me. And his name was Mr. Jablonski, I think, was the guy's name.
See, my dad was so different than your dad. My dad was like, even though you're a moron, if you can type, you could always get a job as a typist. See, someone always needs something typed to type.
See,
he didn't say...
See, my father was very much politically incorrect. He thought typing was a fruity thing to know how to do. All right, now I got it, and I'm sending it to Gary, and he'll get it in 2 seconds.
Stop the clock.
Well, your text to Jason was...
2.5 minutes?
2.5 minutes.
Kind of disjointed.
That was one sentence.
You know, look... the thing is, if you text that to somebody,
2.5 minutes.
You don't have to go like, you don't have to go, so what are you doing? You know, some people get into the small talk. You get it to them, and, you know, so that's what I like about it.
Texting.
But broads get very frisky on it. Very frisky. And like the chick I invited over even to the water club, you know, that entire thing was done with texting.
What is it, Ralph?
I was texting with Artie for like an hour the other night.
Oh, that's right. We were busting chops.
That's great, too. It's so much fun. You have a conversation. You don't really have to stick with the conversation.
I would rather hang myself than text with anyone for an hour.
Until I got this iPhone, and it's so much fun.
Have fun.
But you have the full keyboard on the iPhone, right?
Yeah. And you start spelling a letter, and it finishes it for you, you know, the word.
Well, Howard, you know what? I was discussing... what to get you for your wedding, you know, and you always...
It's going to be simple.
You're very cool, and you always say you don't get...
it's going to be simple.
And what do you really get you? But I'll tell you, I think I'm going to go to the BlackBerry or the Trio first before I do the iPhone thing. That might be too complicated. And again, at the end of Rescue Me, Dennis Leary treated me like a regular cast member, even though I only did a few episodes. He was very generous. He sent me the gift of an iPhone. So I have one.
Right.
Didn't cost me anything. And as a wedding gift, I'll give you an iPhone.
No, I don't want that.
Dude, I bet you'd like it.
First of all, first of all,
Artie, use it yourself.
Yeah, but
use it yourself. First of all, I don't want to switch because I've got technology now that's working.
Okay.
Secondly, they got newer iPhones since the one Dennis Leary gave you that are faster.
Yeah, they
and
got
better.
the brand new.
Ralph, is that true? I
hung up on him. I couldn't.
Oh, okay, but Ralph claims that's not true. Ralph claims they're just as good. It just was a different thing.
Yeah, but it's faster. And it's a better hook up to the Internet, yes.
Well, no, it does. Mine...
but I'm telling you, I'm not looking for that. And in fact, I'm not looking for any wedding gift. The only thing we're doing is setting up a charity.
I know, Howard.
We don't want a gift.
But I'm just saying, it didn't cost me anything. And if you want to try it, you may fall in love with it.
I'm not going to try it.
All right.
I don't want it.
All right.
I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm sick of it.
Artie and I
don't even have it, and I'm sick of it.
Artie and I were on the trip. We were sort of talking about what to get you for a wedding gift, and we were sort of obsessing over it.
No wedding gift. You're going to see when we send out our invites, it's going to say, here's the registry. Right. And you go, and it's a charitable donation.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's good. But, would you have liked this? Because they have at these places like a PX, again, it's like a big 7-Eleven with everything in it. And there's some unique things in it. And on one of the bases we were at was this little shop. And it looked like a unique item. It was a full chess set of Stalin versus Hitler. Are all the pieces.
I don't I'll tell you why.
I
think you want Hitler in your house?
No, I'll tell you why. No.
Well, I could beat him every.
No, I want Hitler in my house. You don't understand.
I said, Howard has that dark sense of humor where you might find that funny, but
it's not that.
And it's chess.
When I play chess, I want to see the pieces clearly. I'm not looking for decorations.
Yeah, when the pieces are characters, you can't figure out what they are sometimes.
You can't even play with it.
Yeah.
You can't be staring at the board trying to figure out a move and they say, I'm not even sure if that's my queen, my king, or my rook.
Well, I'll tell you, because you play on the computer a lot, I said, well, maybe not even play with, but just put as, just an interesting thing to have in your house since you're into chess.
But like a collectible. But
Gary
also, it's a wedding gift.
Right.
And Beth doesn't play.
Right. No, that wouldn't have been a wedding gift. It just would have been a gift to you.
I thought there was a wedding gift.
Listen, I'm not even that much of an adult. I know it's got to be something that, for both, but I was just going to give it to you to see what you want.
Thank you. But you know what? Someone else gave me a decorative chess set.
Right.
And I have it still in storage because as beautiful as it might be, you can't play on it. Right. And I don't believe in putting anything in your home that isn't of use. In other words, it all becomes clutter. Like this Ralph. He
can't use that
garbage.
C&D of Iron Man.
He's got such garbage. He likes to look at things. I don't understand that at all. He wants to look at Iron Man. I don't want to look at Iron Man. I love Iron Man probably more than Ralph does and probably more than anyone in this room. But I got to tell you something. I don't need to look at Iron Man in my house on a 3-foot standing. I really don't understand this concept. So if to look at a chess set that's just going to collect dust, you know what I'm saying?
It was just a real cool, unique thing that you put in a den. But,
don't waste your time with me. I have I would have been upset with that. I would have actually yelled at you.
Okay, I know, and that would have been funny for the radio, too. But,
But thank you for thinking.
He could have put it with the Neil Young lithograph.
You're like my mother. He said he now hung that up, by the way.
That's true.
You're like my mother with the clutter. If something goes into my mother's house, she does one of three things. She frames it, dusts it, or throws it out. That's it.
Your mother's a highly evolved person. I'll tell you why.
She gets everything out of it.
That's right. I don't understand these people who collect and clutter and make a mess of things. It's not the way to live.
Oh, my grandmother was like that. What a shame. When she died, we were digging shit. Articles shit. From... Yeah, it's all shit. Garbage. Yeah.
And it means nothing.
Ketchup packets from a meal she had at the North Arlington Diner in 1968. I mean, papers of the Daily News, that meant nothing.
And if you say you collect something, how do you get people to stop giving it to you because you've got too much of it?
My friend Pat Menachia is like this as well. I go into his office, I can't get in there. It's literally, there's so much shit in there.
You know what? I saw his office. Remember you showed me your gym after we had dinner that night?
Right.
I remember. It's a beautiful gym and a beautiful office, but you're right. You can't move in
And I walk into him, I said, listen, your office is driving me insane. There's so much horse shit in here. He goes, you're crazy. This is my history.
He loves it all.
This is my, and I go, you can't even find anything. He goes, I know where, he goes, you know where, he goes, I know where everything is. I said, find a piece of paper in here. I defy you to.
You can't work in there.
I said, it's really too cluttered. And to live an uncluttered life is to live
a beautiful
life. And to really look at your stuff and say, okay, you could probably throw out 95% of the bullshit that you have in your house, and you wouldn't even know it was gone.
Even clothing in your closet. Right. You get the same 3 pieces of clothing. What's that other stuff in there?
Absolutely.
Well, you can get stuff done, too. Like when I worked briefly as a carpenter in the carpenter's local, the first thing the foremen tell the younger guys, like, if you're going to do a job in one specific area, like sheetrock a corner or spackle or something, or put in, like, molding, crown molding, you got to have a clean work area.
Right.
Just get everything out of the way and you can work. And there's some guys who don't do that. My friend
Pat, if he wanted to put a book down and research, he couldn't put a book on his desk.
Right.
There's pictures.
That's unbelievable.
Clutter. There's magazines. I looked at these. I said, throw these magazines out. He goes, no, I need these for research. I said, what? I said,
what
go on the internet.
Go on,
yeah, exactly. I said, you own a gym. What are you researching? I said, go on the internet. You'll research all you want.
Absolutely. You don't even have to carry that paper
These
around
are medical
anymore.
journals. I go, all right. Well, listen, do what you want.
What is he looking for the cure for?
Well,
we're in trouble.
Clutterness. You know, but when you're in show business, you always feel like, you know, like in the beginning, if your name gets in an article, it's exciting, and you start saving it.
All right,
but you have an amazing system.
Right,
like,
I put it in a computer.
Laura explained to me your system one day, and it's unbelievable. You just scan even fan mail.
And
everything.
And Jeff Schick was telling me about it, and I said, that is the most evolved, organized way of doing it ever, because my sister keeps a scrapbook for me, which is beautiful and fantastic, but it's so much work, and it's the actual
This
thing.
is different.
Yeah.
All right, look, we got to take a break. It's important that we take a break.
We have some housekeeping to do.
We have to clean up.
Howard, if you notice, by the way, I am wearing our official Operation Mirth USO tour shirt. And,
you had an official shirt?
Yeah, they made up a tour that says a shirt that said all our name, and we wore them for most of the shows. And they're really kind of cool because it's unique to the tour. And I'm ordering a bunch that I thought maybe we could just like give away to fans or something like that.
Very nice.
It's a cool shirt.
I like that shirt very much, and you should be proud of that. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after these words. Listen to your announcer.
I'm George Takei.
See?
And during this time of crisis, I'm reminded of the Japanese phrase gaman, which means to endure with fortitude and dignity. And to that I add hitonomi en, which means I proudly swallow. You're listening to the Howard Stern Show.
And he does. Thank you, George.
Wow.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you.
Good to see you all. My first visit with you all this year, the year 2011.
Is that right?
It is. This is the first time. It's been 4 months since I last saw you all.
You know, it's just been too long, my friend.
Much
I've missed
too long.
him, yes. I was wondering when you were going to get back in here.
Live long and prosper.
I am living long and prospering and getting up every morning at 4 a.m. for you all.
Doing any... by the way, George turned 70...
Not yet. Not yet.
When are you turning?
On April the 20th, I turned 74.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
You're in great shape. I saw you this morning in the hallway, and I said, man, this guy looks healthy and fit. I mean, you look good.
Well, I believe in the law of nature, and, you know, I'm a law-abiding guy. I just go by what...
But it does make you angry that you take such incredible care of yourself. I mean...
What is it? Why would it make him angry?
It's not
because
incredible.
His partner, Brad, is not thin.
Oh, that part. Well, I try to restrain myself because I was scolded by you last year.
No, but between us, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, when one person works so hard on their physique, I mean, you do. I mean, it ain't easy staying thin. I'm sure you watch what you eat. I'm sure you work out. And you do all of that.
I do all that.
You can.
Does Brad just lie around? Does he not try?
Well, you know, he
doesn't.
used to be fantastic looking. I mean, he was an outstanding marathoner. But now when I'm doing my exercises in the morning, at least he walks with me in the morning.
He will walk.
He will walk. But he just is there at his computer while I'm doing my sit-ups and push-ups.
Doesn't that irritate you? I mean, you're doing sit-ups and push-ups, and he's like just sitting there at the computer. And you know something? I'm going to tell you. You know, Beth and I work out together. We go for runs and stuff like that.
That's fantastic. I really admire that.
And I like that because, like she even says, you know, I would have a hard time, she said, with you if you didn't take care of yourself, you know, and I think vice versa. You know, as much as I want to say it shouldn't be a big deal, you know, but it is. I mean, you do want someone to be reasonably fit, right?
Exactly. And, you know, it isn't really that hard. It becomes part of your daily routine,
well,
like
what
brushing
happened?
your teeth.
Brad was a marathoner.
Yep.
And what happened? He one day just quit?
He used to be a journalist, economics journalist, and that was a high-pressure job. And he smoked back then, too.
Oh.
And, you know, so he had all his bad habits from the journalistic world. And it eventually caught up with him. He became my manager, and he didn't have to have those pressures.
So when you guys are naked and you see him, he's pudgy, and you want to see him ripped.
Exactly.
At least thin.
I use a lot of imagination when I'm with
Do you turn off the lights? Do you put the lights down low?
No, because I'm a visual as well as tactile guy.
Yeah, but do you ever go like, you know what, okay, Brad's a heavy guy, so what I'll do is I'll turn the lights down low, or maybe what I could do is just stare at a certain part of him so that I don't see how fat he is.
Well, I try to, you know, we wrestle, as you know.
Right.
Yes.
And I search for the musculature. Did I say it right? Musculature?
When you say you search for the musculature, what does that involve? In other words, what do you do? I mean, what do you mean you search
squeezing him real tight.
To feel the muscles, to get through the fat to the muscle?
Right.
Oh, dear.
Hey, poor you.
Musculature. No, that's good exercise.
How long did he stay good for? After, like, you were in a committed relationship with him?
We were together for about, it's gradual, but I noticed is getting a little bit pudgier after about 10 years.
After 10 years. That's usually, that's when it happens.
And how long have they been together now?
Oh.
We've been together. We're 24 years now. Next year will be our silver anniversary.
Wow.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, would you... I know at this point in your life, I guess you couldn't imagine, but do you think you'd ever leave Brad because he's so out of shape?
No.
Do you think you're ever tempted to cheat?
I've been tempted many times.
Right.
But... when you really love someone, you think of hurting him.
Yeah, and don't you think that, like, I bet you when you go to, like, a Star Trek convention or something, and there's some, good-looking gay dude there, I bet you, like, in a way, they would love to get you in bed because, you're the prize over at those Star Trek conventions. Is that what you mostly get?
Trophy star.
Is that where you get, is that where you get proposition mostly on those cruises?
No, not just there. There are...
and these guys
innuendos handed to me
and these guys
in
are
bars.
Young. And these guys are young.
They're young.
Yeah.
What is the line? What do they say?
Hi, sugar tits. Oh, sugar tits. You are mine. You know what it is, though? I mean, they see you. You're an older guy. You're successful. They're looking for sugar daddy. And you're in good shape.
Well, that's always in the back of my mind, the sugar daddy part.
Well, like I always say, there's nothing sadder than an old queen.
Exactly.
But, you don't play that part of old queen. I mean, you're spry, you know what I mean? These guys could get into it.
But I want to know, like, what are the innuendos? What is the little thing they drop?
A load.
Tactile little things,
Like they touch you?
Yes.
Ah.
And, the juices start happening.
A lingering hand.
The electricity flows. What are you doing in these bars alone anyway?
No, we're together there.
Right.
But, some of these guys are pretty...
forward.
Cheeky.
And they'll do it right in front of Brad.
No, not right in front.
Oh, he waits till he...
We're not like attached at the navels. You know?
I see.
We roam around, and boy, it's when
no one respects your marriage. It's terrible.
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah.
We defend. They call it in defense of marriage, that law.
Yes.
Well, we defend our marriage, and those people that are so-called married, they need to start defending theirs and not poking their nose
Never mind that.
others.
Do you constantly say to the guys in the bar and stuff when they hit on you? Do you say like, are you constantly saying, I can't, I'm married? Like, do you find yourself saying that?
It's not constant. You're creating an image where I'm being constantly promised.
He's barraged.
But when it has happened, do you just say, look, I'm married and I can't mess around with you?
I show them my Navajo ring.
Right. Look at my Navajo.
Brad's from Arizona, so that's why we got this Navajo artisan to design our ring.
Right.
Are they ever so bold as like to follow you to the men's room or anything?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Squeeze that big penis. Wow. Well...
You do have to defend your marriage.
Let me tell you all, I am now working on a Nickelodeon show.
Yes.
It's called Super Ninjas. It's aimed at teenage males.
Oh, boy.
Perfect.
A whole new generation of fans.
Right.
And so this discussion we just had is all... Oh, well, we're on Sirius, aren't we?
Yeah.
Good.
Well, that's the point. I mean, that's what's so beautiful about Sirius.
Isn't it wonderful?
You can have an X-rated conversation and know that these young boys, these impressionable boys, aren't listening to it. I mean, their parents have control over who can...
That's right.
It's a pay service.
But ninjas are everywhere.
Yeah. So how's that going? How's the career going?
I'm having a lot of fun.
You do any Star Trek cruises recently?
No, because I've been working on this series since January.
How's the bedbug situation? Did you straighten it out?
Well, we arrived last night, and we slept in that bed, and I think the beagle did its job.
Yeah, good.
I'm not scratching at all.
Excellent.
No bites.
Thank God.
So you've had to check that again by the dogs and everything?
No. We haven't had it checked out. I just am not scratching.
Good. Okay, so that's good. Maybe you killed off all your bed bugs. Also, a lot of people, I was kind of following this when Gilbert Gottfried made his comments about Japan. I know on Twitter you followed... Are you actually tweeting yourself, or is someone helping you with it? I mean, I know they're your thoughts, but do you actually physically take the phone and start to tweet?
No. I stockpile a lot of them. The timely, topical ones I do immediately.
I have a feeling, now this is just my feeling from reading you, I think Brad is doing some of the tweeting.
Well, no, the content I put together.
Right. Some of it doesn't feel, if I can be honest, some of it doesn't feel like it's your words. It feels more like Brad's words. Am I getting warm on this?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You are.
That's what I thought. Some of it is not George Takei.
No, the 99%.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
What does Brad write?
Because when you read George's tweets, I can't even give you an example because I don't sit and memorize these tweets. But sometimes I just know it's not George.
Okay.
I just
What
know.
is it that you smell?
I smell Brad and his balls. I mean, I smell Brad, and I knew.
You have good nostrils, I must say.
I wasn't the only one to point this out. Other people have said to me, "We think some of these comments are Brad's comments, not George's." But I mean, because we know you. We know you from being on the show now, and we can smell out a rat, so to speak.
No, he's a mouse.
I heard I was getting yelled at on Twitter. I didn't tweet all weekend. I kind of forgot about it, honestly. I just was busy and not doing my thing. But I'll tell you, I don't know if you get this, George, but then when I go on there, I say, okay, well, since I haven't been on in a while, I'll tweet 5 or 6 or 7 things.
Yeah, right.
And I get yelled at for tweeting too much.
No, I got yelled at yesterday,
Stockpile them and dole them out in little dribs and drabs so that there's some consistency.
Yeah, but I actually just go on and
spontaneously.
I'll answer the fans' questions and things like that because I think it's kind of fun. But as soon as I do 7 in a row or 6 in a row, I begin to get yelled at.
Don't do them all in a row.
I see.
Why
is that?
Well, that way you cover more span of time.
But people want... I don't understand.
But it's also immediate and it's a conversation way.
Yeah, there are topical ones that you have to do immediately. Like when the series
Right.
of calamities happened in Japan.
Were
You
you-
want to
so-
keep on top of that.
So were you mad at Gilbert for all his Japanese? They seemed
You know,
like...
we all know Gilbert, don't
Right,
we?
yeah.
I mean, that's a shtick, and that's Gilbert.
Right.
Yeah,
I thought it was
sometimes-
ludicrous that he got fired from his job with Affleck, considering the fact that when they hired him, he's been doing all that shit all along.
But you know what? Affleck, a good percentage of Affleck
75% of their business is in Japan. But so, I mean, they hired this guy knowing he's a lunatic.
Yeah.
And that he does really filthy material. I mean, ridiculous. He uses the N-word. With the Jews.
He's always offensive.
That's a shtick.
Right. So, and all of a sudden to say, well, over the Japanese tsunami and earthquake, we'll fire this
one
guy.
thing. I keep hearing tsunami, but do you see it printed? There's a T in front.
Tsunami.
It drives me up the wall.
You
every
want us
time I
to say
hear it.
tsunami?
Well, that's the word.
Yeah, let's hear you
And
say
there are some
That's what's
journalists
driving
that are
you
saying
crazy?
tsunami.
Yeah.
Tsunami. That's the way it's supposed
Let
to
me
be.
hear you say it. Say it again.
Tsunami.
Tsunami.
Yeah, there's a T
Tsunami.
there. And I keep hearing,
Is that the
journalists say-
tragedy for you that people are not saying tsunami?
Well, that's a minor one, but it
sure.
drives me up the wall when I hear tsunami.
Hey, by the way, I do want to wish Richard Christie a happy birthday. It was his birthday on Friday.
Happy
I missed
birthday.
I heard, were you invited to Richard Christie's wedding?
We have been.
Are you going?
We are going to be able to because we're doing a workshop of allegiance at exactly that time. So it worked out wonderfully.
Someone told me Richard was going to ask you to marry him.
Oh,
Did
he
you hear
hasn't?
that?
No.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
To officiate?
That was the buzz that I heard around here.
I have not heard that buzz.
Yeah.
Would you do that?
No.
I'd be happy to if...
You're not ordained, right? You just go out
I'm
and
a
get
Buddhist. If he wants a Buddhist ceremony.
Richard, why do you have to bother George with... I notice a lot of people...
I hadn't heard this.
Bother... I got to tell you something. A lot of people around here bother the guests. Like, I heard a rumor that George was nudged by Steve Langford that his daughter is going to interview George for a school project.
Oh, she did.
Well, I love Steve. Don't get me wrong, but around here, can we just leave the fucking guests alone? I mean, honestly, George isn't going to be able to say no because he thinks it's going to affect his relationship with me.
But it's I don't feel like I'm a guest. I feel like I'm a member of the family.
Well, you are a guest. I hate to tell you, you're not a member.
Oh, well, I'm
of the family.
shattered. Absolutely shattered.
You can't be a member of this family.
No, but I mean,
I feel so isolated now.
No, I just don't want the guests being nudged. I mean, I think
Thank
it's
you.
really sweet that Steve Langford's daughter has a school project. But you want to know something? George isn't here for that, and he's not going to say no because Steve spent a week with George going back to his old haunts and doing a whole special with him.
Right.
So George feels
Not
like...
my old haunts.
Well,
we were imprisoned there.
Well, that's a haunt. That's haunting. Yeah, they went. They did a whole Japanese internment special and all of that.
No, they're not Japanese internment camps. They're U.S. internment camps for Japanese
Okay.
Americans.
Well, you know what I'm trying to get
when
there.
you say Japanese internment camp, you'd think the nation of Japan.
George, what I'm trying to
interned us.
say is, Steve did this whole special with you
Yes.
and spent a week with you.
Yes.
And what happens is on what fucking basis would Steve Langford bother this man?
Well, many
You wanna know
journalists
something?
ask me to do that.
I don't care. The guys who work for me should
No,
not.
he's not talking about you doing the special.
I'm talking about the daughter bothering.
Oh.
Listen, you're a sweet man.
I do that for a lot of people.
No, I know you do, but you don't have to do that here.
All right,
and I don't
thank
want you bothered and asked. Listen, I've got 3 daughters. I don't ask George Takei or any guest to sit there and do an interview with my daughters. My daughters are grown women now.
But they went to school and they had projects.
I would feel as if I was putting someone out. Sometimes I think just having George get up and doing our show is putting him out. So I would not ever think about doing this to this human being. And
Well,
I
what
don't know
about
why
the
people...
fact-
Like, Steve doesn't know... That
they have gone out to dinner, from what I
don't
understand.
care.
We have.
I don't care.
So you don't consider that now their personal relationship?
Listen, the only reason Steve knows George Takei is because of our show. And asking George to sit down with your daughter for a school project, you know what? Let his daughter go out and find somebody of interest in the community. She doesn't need to be a superstar and interview a guy from Star Trek. Now, give me a fucking break. I mean, it's ridiculous. And the reason that George is giggling is because he agrees. And
But
he's too
what about
kind to say
Richard? Richard and George also socialize.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, this was going to be something we were going to ask George over dinner, but Will, I guess, spilled the beans about it.
That's right.
But
really?
there's zero pressure. If we would be honored.
There's zero pressure for you. For him, there's pressure because he has to sit there and go, look.
Well, I feel comfortable with Richard to say I won't be able to do it because I'm here for a workshop and I'll be working on that all during, the 2 weeks prior.
Yeah, and that's totally fine.
Okay,
That's totally fine.
He shouldn't have to answer you. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Why did you want George to do the wedding
Just because
ceremony?
Because it's fun.
Well, yeah, it's fun, and he's got a great voice, and we're very good friends with him.
I know. It's all fun and games. Get a friend of yours.
You had somebody fun at your wedding.
That's right.
Mark
and that's
Consuelos
and that's what's going on here. Mark Consuelos married us, and I know you want the same thing. But listen, calm down. The reason you know this man is because of the show. Okay?
But
don't sit there and go in your hillbilly way. Howard Deedy. Now I can do it.
But I owe a little bit of...
Get that conehead in Cambria to marry you, your favorite...
Conehead?
Or whatever his fucking name is. What is it? Conehead in Cambria?
Coheed in Cambria.
Coheed in Cambria. Get them to marry you.
Yeah. Maybe we will.
Yeah.
But in sort of a way, George is here because of me, too. I remember I pitched him at a meeting.
And you're only here because I'm insane, okay? So just remember that.
And thank you for having me.
All right, now get out of here and leave everyone alone.
Okay.
All right, good. And go back and make phony phone calls. I haven't seen any new ones in a while. I want to see 3 a day.
We got a brand new one that you loved that you only played once.
It's true.
Yeah.
But that was last week.
And we got a new one we're editing for this week, too. Should have it by tomorrow.
Quickly go at it. You're wasting time. He's busy plotting that wedding ad.
Oh, I didn't know that there was such a plot about to be hatched.
Well, I heard that you're getting... You see what I mean? Richard asked for the wedding. Steve Langford's daughter. I mean, Steve is a nut to think that that this is an appropriate request.
When did he ask? Did he ask?
Where is he? Is he here?
Quite some time ago.
Where is Steve Langford? I want to yell at him.
Was it during the special? Or
No, it was, about... I think he talked to Brad about a month ago.
Sometimes it's really great to let your kid go find someone on their own. That's sort of the project. Daddy doesn't have to step in and prove what a big superstar he is, delivering the guy from Star Trek. It's fucking annoying.
So he actually called Brad and made the request.
Right.
Wow.
It was scheduled.
Hello, this is Steve Langford from Howard 100 News. Brad, I know this is a terrible imposition, but, my son, my daughter...
I was happy to... I get a lot of those requests from
I get
friends.
It. I get it. And you know what? They should leave you the fuck alone.
Yeah, well...
You know what? My email is filled with requests for everything from all my friends, my so-called friends.
Right. And you don't honor them.
A lot of them I don't.
Yeah.
I don't even respond. I can't respond to all
I get
the
a lot of
requests.
those, from total strangers over the internet.
And unfortunately, you've met the people here.
Well, that's the problem. I know because of my relationship, suddenly George is on the phone with Steve Langford's daughter. And don't think I don't know that. And I don't know why more people around here don't know that. It's just inappropriate. But what can I tell you? Steve's not here?
I'm a nice guy,
Yeah, you're too nice, and I am too.
What?
Oh, he's on his way down. I know I'm going to get worked up. Keep me calm, Robin.
All right.
And you know how to do. And you know how to do it.
I think George
I
would be really good at keeping you calm.
Better you keep me calm.
Actually, I like to touch. I am tactile.
You know how you were telling me how you banged women and also men, and it's like I was reading the New York Times yesterday. There was an interview with a woman who she was with a woman a long-term relationship, 2 women. All of a sudden they break up. She decided to date guys, and now she's married to a man after a 15-year relationship with a woman. There's truly I used to think there's no such thing as bisexuality. Now I'm starting to think there is.
I think there is. I mean, the human animal has a lot of senses. And
do you consider yourself bisexual?
I was, but No,
You're gay.
I think I'm monosexual.
Yeah.
Just one sex. Brad.
You're Brad sexual.
Yeah. We've shared so much in common. You know, we've been together for 24 years, and that I value that.
Right.
It's something that's very precious to me.
But the thought of screwing a woman right now is kind of nauseating.
Or
right?
any other person.
Yeah. Where is my...
This, I think, is in and of itself a news story.
Yeah.
Langford will not come back.
Why?
You're kidding.
He refuses to come back.
Why?
He says this topic is off limits.
Why? Why is it off limits?
I think because it involves his kids. He said, like, your kids are off limits.
Wait a second.
his
I'm not talking
child.
about his kid. I'm talking about him. I'm talking about him arranging for an interview with a guest of mine.
I was surprised. Like, he gave me the hand. I'm like, Steve, you of all people? And he goes,
Steve
this is
knows
different.
it. Steve, this is not different. This is not talking about his daughter. I'm not talking about his daughter. I'm
You're
talking about
him making the request.
Right.
But I just went directly. He's sitting in his chair, and he's not coming in.
Interesting.
He's got to come in eventually. Because you got to do the news.
Yeah, send him in for headlines.
And George is here all week, so even if he's not coming in
But you see,
today.
that logic, hiding behind the fact that he did it for his daughter and then saying, I'm not going to talk about my daughter, where I'm not talking about his daughter, is ludicrous. He's hiding because he doesn't want to hear my opinion on this. If he wants to be mature about it.
He did say point well taken. That's what he told me.
Oh, he did. Okay, so he gets it.
I think.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be better to hear him say point well taken?
Yes.
Yes.
He can't come in and do that.
Point well taken. He should not be bothering. I don't care.
You know, I feel
substitute the
awkward.
word daughter for wife or whatever. I don't care who it is. Cousin,
neighbor.
Here I am in the middle
friend.
of all this, and it was a pleasure. I mean, he's got a charming little girl.
All right, you can. Okay, you're missing the point too.
No, I got it.
I'm
I
not
got
sure
it.
you're all there.
I'm just trying to defend.
It's two people who aren't all there.
I think it's really funny that Steve Langford won't talk about this.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody has said to him, Steve, I don't want to talk about something, we have to do the news.
This is a news
We
story.
have to do the news.
Howard, you should glare at him like he does to us when he.
Right? Yeah, you just stare at him. You're so right.
Howard, he'll be in a half an hour to do the news.
Did you? I know, and that's what I'll ask him about. I will confront him.
Don't ask, just glare.
Glare.
I'm sure you heard Howard's comments just now.
Absolutely.
Where do you stand? What's your defense in this?
Well, as I said to Gary just a moment ago, point well taken. Fine. Done deal. However, discussing people's daughters, young daughters, on the air, I don't think so.
But I don't think the issue is more so about your daughter or young daughter.
Well, that's what got raised.
Well, I think it's the
That's not
subject of asking George a favor.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
But it's just the concept of asking George a favor, I think Howard was more
Absolutely.
pointing to.
Point well taken.
Do you think, so you think he's right? You think that
No, I don't
perhaps
think he's right, but if that's the way he wants to do it, that's fine.
But why not come back and discuss that subject, not so much...
Because there's a hypocrisy here about certain things that are off limits.
So are you saying certain things are off limits for Howard, but
Yes, absolutely.
now that the tables have turned and it's your turn to go in?
Yeah.
So you basically more so have a problem with Howard would be unwilling to discuss something like this.
We would never, in a million years, raise those kind of subjects.
So are you worried that this might hurt your credibility this week? Do you think you might have a tough time with interviews, that people are going to now say, Steve, no, I won't talk, you didn't talk?
If you want to talk about somebody's young kids, we certainly don't cover that.
Okay, sir. I see you are unwavering on your stance.
No, listen, that's the way he wants to do it. It's fine. I understand. Absolutely.
But the same rules apply to you as well. Level playing field. It's the American way. Richard, is it frustrating or disappointing to you when Howard criticizes you using the show, so to speak?
No, I'm used to it by now. I'm used to the criticism. I've been here almost 7 years. It goes with the territory.
So why did you still decide to ask George, or why are you still planning?
Well, we weren't even for sure that's just somebody we had in mind that'd be, a great person to do it, because we're not doing a religious wedding, and we probably just have one of our friends do it. So I guess next in line will be Lisa or Greg Carmel, the cameraman.
I'm excellent. I'm actually ordained online, so.
I am too. I'm a Dudist priest. I'm ordained at the Church of Lebowski, and I can actually marry people. So Sal and I are available to marry people now.
You abide?
Yeah, the dude abides. We'll abide your wedding.
Good luck with that. Thank you,
Thank
Rick.
you.
All right. Any apprehension from your part in seeing, one of your best buddies get married? You don't seem to be too high on the subject of marriage and the concept of marriage these days.
Listen. Everybody's different. It's all peaks and valleys. That's the way marriage works. He's getting married. Right now, he's in that mode of peaches and cream. Everything's going to be fantastic. And you know what? I hope it stays that way for the rest of his life.
But do you see your friend headed towards a multi-car pileup right now?
Listen, if somebody's going to jump, you can only get so many cops to say don't do it. They're going to jump. That's it. I just hope that when he lands, it's going to be on something nice, soft, and cuddly for the rest of his life. I'm very happy for him, and I think Kristen's a phenomenal girl. So, and to me, Richard's already married. He's married to me. He's my wife. He's the wife I always wanted. So, I look at his marriage almost like as a roommate, and I'm the real husband, and he's my real wife.
She's just going to keep him warm at night. That's
as long as she makes him happy, and I know she will, because she's a great girl, and he'll make her happy.
You just know that every morning around 5 he returns to you.
Absolutely. He gets all cleaned up, relieved, whatever he needs to do is done, and he comes to me fresh, squeaky clean, ready to roll. Smelling like a rose. Dipped in dog shit.
I tried on April Fool's, Robin. You thwarted me. But I tried on April Fool's to start an April Fool's joke where I was replacing Charlie Sheen on 2.5 Men. It lasted all of 10 seconds. As Robin goes, oh, this is April Fool's. Fred
should have told.
Fred said to me over the weekend, he said, it would have been better if you had like Steve Langford come in and report that he heard a rumor about it.
Right,
and then I could have been somewhat
would have
caught.
thrown everybody off track.
Meanwhile, how good an idea is that? I'd be terrific. If I do say so myself. I'm not taking over.
The thing is, people can't believe it because you're so needed here.
Yeah, believe me, I got news for you. I ain't doing anything. I do this show and I do Howard TV. God bless, and that's that.
Well, that's why I said it was a joke.
Yeah, people know that.
I told Robin I read a script that was pretty good, and they offered me this movie role, and I like doing that.
Oh, you should have.
No, I'm not going to do it. I've been thinking about it. I don't want to
do a movie.
Yeah, but I don't want to.
Why?
Because, you know what? I'm not an actor. I do enjoy the process of being in a movie, but...
Well, you bring your personality. Most movie stars are that.
I don't know that I could do this role either because it involves me like getting into some... Not pornographic, but like a heavy sort of make-out petting scenes with this chick who's obviously a hot chick. It's a movie, and she plays a hot chick. And I'm just wondering, I think Beth would freak the fuck out.
Did you discuss it with her at all?
Yeah, I I with her. She goes, all right.
What'd she say?
She goes, I know what I got to do. And that was that. I mean, I said, but honey, it's a movie.
Acting. You're acting.
She knows me. I ain't no actor.
There's no acting when you're kissing somebody. That's
she
a real
knows
kiss.
Me. When I kiss, well, I got news for you. I don't know about. I mean, I don't know what in some of your movies. I don't know if you did anything romantic. Did you ever do a romantic scene in a movie?
I've kissed on screen. Yes.
Yeah, but those were girls. Do you ever kiss a dude in a movie?
And I'll bet you really get excited.
I bet you if I were given that opportunity, I'd do it, and Brad would probably understand.
And yeah, he might understand, but you get a boner, you probably end up in the dressing room with this guy blowing you.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Bullshit.
I would not do that.
You know what? Sometimes things happen.
I am an actor.
Yeah.
I can create the illusion.
George, you've never actually had this happen to you.
That's right.
So how do you really know
All
how
I know
you would
is
react?
On Private Parts, I did a couple of scenes with Mary McCormick where there was no kissing involved in the script, no making out, no feeling up. I made out with her and felt her up anyway.
Every time?
Every time.
And you can see the surprise on her face.
On screen.
Yeah, you could see the look.
You're an actor. You were acting.
I was like, fuck that. I got a chance here to do something with a hot chick. Why not? Why shouldn't I do it?
Absolutely.
And I popped a real boner when I was in the bathtub with that naked girl, Melanie Good.
Yeah.
I popped an actual fucking boner.
Of course you would.
Yeah. So what am I going to tell you? I was all worked up.
But...
So if he'd been kissing her,
but your soul
and he was
wasn't
in his
there.
underwear.
Well, my soul was there. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you something. I'm an actor, but my penis isn't acting.
Your penis is a real.
My penis is for real. My penis don't know I'm acting. No, I better left not doing it. You want to know something? The truth? I love that woman so much that I could do the movie and not think twice about it. But I don't know. She would probably freak out because you know what? I got news for you. If she took on a role something where she's making out with some dude, it would bother the shit out of me.
And you know, you're not just kissing them once.
You know,
right.
There's take after take and setups and reshoots.
And that's why it's not sexy.
Please.
You know what, on tomorrow's
with
show,
about 30 people watching you.
Tomorrow's show, I'm bringing in this guy. He's 25 years old.
Yeah.
He's going to do a love scene with you. You're both going to have your shirts off.
Bed.
It's a script. I'm going to give you the script. You'll read it. And then it'll cause for you both to take off your shirts. He's very muscular, this guy I have in mind for the part. And you're going to rub each other's chests and make out.
I will tell Brad tonight,
right.
And I will tell him I'm acting, and it will not be consummated.
Yes.
I am going to be acting, and yes, all right, bring it on. Bring him on.
Dick off. Anyway, it's going to be a great movie. It's George. It starts out, George is in an internment camp. But it's like Animal House. It's a fun internment camp, like Hogan's Heroes kind of thing.
Well, they're breaking out. It's like that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's World War II.
Break out together.
George is in Arizona. The guards love him, and one of the guards falls in love with George.
And it's hot there, so we take our shirts off.
That's right.
It's sweaty.
And then you have to wrestle.
You know what we have to do? We have to put a meter on George to see if he's acting or if this is real.
Well, as Howard said, you know, I can be acting, but there's certain anatomical things that don't know that.
And Brad will tell you he's acting when he's on the phone to his attorney. So Charlie
Can I bring, I was going to say Artie, Brad here?
Yes.
And have him be witness to it?
That's right. I want him to watch.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's great. In this one scene I want you to do, this is where you blow the guard to get a weekend pass from the camp. And you have to
I'm
really...
afraid he will not allow that.
No, he won't. The guy won't come. It'll just, just kiss it a few times. And then the guard goes, oh, you think you can blow me and get a secret pass? That's it for you. Then he ties you up naked and he sticks an eel in your ass.
This is the Howard Stern Show.
By the way, these two characters who haven't cracked a smile since they've been in here, they won the right to sit in and watch our show. They gave money to charity. You guys there?
Yes, sir.
I got to tell you something. You two are the two worst guys I've ever had sit in this studio watch me. Ever since you walked in, I've been waving to you. I've been smiling at you. And the two fucking guys stand there like you're FBI. What do you guys do for a living that you're so goddamn serious? What are you? Seriously, what?
I'm a contractor. I build houses.
Well, what are you so miserable about?
I'm not miserable.
You know, I'm a performer. When we see guys like you staring at us, you gotta get into it a little bit. What's the matter with you?
Well, I didn't mean to make you nervous.
Yeah, you're making me feel awful. And what's your job?
I co-founded 100 Contacts.
100 Contacts? What's that?
The thing where you call and you get your contacts sent to you.
Contact lenses. That's good. Now that's good. Who wants to go for their contact
That's a brilliant
lenses?
idea. You must be incredibly wealthy.
No wonder you're staring at me like I'm from Mars. Just probably get those contacts in, that's all. Well, this is Craig and John, and you donated money, and you also got the right to sit at the Knick game with Fafa Fui last night and Fred Norris.
Wow.
Yeah. Is that correct?
And the Knicks made it into the playoffs.
I know, that's
a miracle. For the first time in years.
That's a miracle. I'm so happy.
Since 2004.
What was it like sitting with Fafa Fui and Fred? Did they talk to you?
Absolutely.
They did.
Fantastic.
You had a good time.
Fred talks.
Well, Fred's weird. Sometimes he doesn't talk, and then when he starts talking, he won't shut up. So you sat there, you talked to them, and you had a good time.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are great interviewers.
Sorry. I think they were
nervous?
enjoying themselves last night at the game.
Yeah, are you guys nervous or something?
I'm a little nervous.
You're a little nervous, okay. Because I never seen anybody with just a blank stare like you. I mean, seriously.
Is Fred implying that they might be hungover?
I saw one of the gentlemen, who shall remain nameless, but was imbibing quite freely with the beer.
Who was imbibing?
Mr. 100 Contact. But he can do that. He's the CEO of the company.
After spending the night with Fred and Gary, Baba Buhai, if you could only be with one of them, who would you be with? Who is your favorite? And I'll go to Craig first.
I go with Fred.
Fred.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because he didn't say much.
There you go.
Maybe Fred couldn't talk. Gary talks a lot. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Gary talks a lot.
He doesn't get it. He doesn't. He's like a woman, right?
Yeah, I
He's
was
good
lucky
at it.
because I was on the end, so he took the brunt of the talking.
And is it mostly like nonsense talk, like?
No, it was, just chatter.
Yeah, he knows about everything, right? He's
Oh, yeah.
This reminds me of the time. Did you know the Knicks did this? Yeah, my boy Lucas plays basketball too. It's always a constant dialogue, right?
Yeah.
Would you rather have Gary not been there and just gone with Fred?
No, I had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was a good game, too.
Yeah, it was a really good game.
John-
It's hard to watch the game and sit with those guys at the same time because it's a really loud, it's a sporting event.
Right.
And you want to see the game.
Right.
At the same time, you want to talk to those guys, but you can't really have a conversation. So.
Well, Gary should understand that. I mean, he's talking through the whole game, right?
Kinda.
What is he talking about?
Guy talk.
Guy talk.
Basketball.
I know you guys probably saw my pitch at Shea Stadium, but I gotta tell you, I do know a lot about sports. Did you read my book?
Absolutely.
You did? Did you know my father's name was Sally Fu? That was his nickname?
Sally Fu could have been a gangster, but he took the straight and narrow path.
John, did you agree that Gary would be the guy you wouldn't want to be? Like, you'd rather be with Fred?
No, they were both great.
They were both equally great?
Yes.
All right, well, very nice.
He's a diplomat.
When you got to the part of my book with the lists, did you enjoy it?
Oh, absolutely.
You did? Howard made fun of me. But I know it set a tone for the book.
I understand that you're from Utah. Now, which disc would you take back to Utah with you?
Wait, if it only was anything like that.
They said you didn't shut up.
No, he said I didn't shut up, and
That's
I didn't.
right.
I hardly talked to him the whole game. He was 2 seats away. Nobody could hear anything.
He says you didn't shut up.
No, John was sitting
What,
next
he's lying?
Yeah.
Not lying.
He didn't say a fucking word. Like talking to a fucking Mount Rushmore over
Because the
there.
guy wants to watch the game. He's a man.
I was talking to John, right?
Yes.
He was talking to John sitting next to me, and he had a lot of questions about the show, which I graciously answered.
Right.
We hardly got to talk, except when John got up to go to the bathroom.
He said you didn't shut up. I'm going with him.
You should go with him. You'll be bored to tears.
Thanks.
Craig and John. All right. Well, enjoy the show. And Anthony, what can I do for you?
Listen, man, I got a new question for Robin.
Dude.
And possibly George. Want to know when's the last time they got their asshole licked?
George, when's the last time you had your asshole licked?
Sunday.
Ooh. Well,
That's a
George
good
has had it sooner than me.
When's the last time you had that, Robin?
I can't remember.
Can't even remember. Was it really long ago?
Asshole licking?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen all the time.
You know what? I'm not much into that, but when Brad obviously
It
licks,
happens.
when Brad does that to you, do you feel obligated to lick his asshole?
No, not necessarily.
It's not quid pro quo.
I mean, it's spontaneous. It's happening while we're wrestling.
Oh, he's licking and wrestling and
How does he?
all at the
How
same
does he
time?
win the wrestling match? If I know you guys like to wrestle, but how does he win the wrestling match if you're busy licking his asshole? Or he's busy licking your asshole.
We don't stay at it. It just happens while if he.
So his face ends up in your ass,
and
then he starts licking your asshole.
It's just in passing.
Right.
It's a little sign of affection.
When you do that, though, that's a heavy taste. I mean, that's a thick.
No, we're clean.
Yeah, but I don't care how much
they
clean.
shower first.
Yes.
You remember.
When he licks it, though, does he get in there and get the sphincter, or
No.
No. What?
Just
What?
Just the swipe?
Yes.
Swipe. Swipe. I could use a swipe myself.
You guys had a good time in there today?
Yeah, it was fine.
You afraid you might have stepped on Gary a little bit, or is it?
No, yeah, he misunderstood it a little bit. All I was saying is I heard him and John talking the whole time. It wasn't anything big, but I could hear him. It was loud at the game, so I couldn't really contribute to the conversation at all.
But you don't feel slighted or that Gary was talking John's ear off and not yours?
No, not at all. It's John's gig. He sat next to Gary. I was on the other end.
So you expected to be sort of on the periphery?
Yeah, I was on the peripheral,
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
Now, did you guys envision talking with Howard on the air today, or were you expecting a more laid-back sit-in?
Well, typically when people come in for charity things, he talks to them a little bit, so I expected it.
You knew what to anticipate for this?
Yes.
Worth the auction, though? Worth everything, every penny and all that?
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. A great experience.
Yeah, it's
fun.
fun.
We've been listening for so long that it's fantastic to meet everybody and see what happens up here.
I was going to ask you, how does it measure up to what you listen to actually see it in front of you for your own eyes?
Well, you just get a little better feel for how the show is run. It was a great experience.
Pretty surreal.
And all the Sibian things here.
Yeah, I mean, you're right here by all the attachments. That's pretty cool. You can see some of the greatest rides that have happened.
The OJ mask, Beetlejuice. It's
all of the staples.
It's great to see it finally.
Cool. Well, thanks for stopping by, guys.
Thank you.
Now I guess it's time to face Gary in the wrap-up show.
Oh, yeah. It's just a misunderstanding, right?
As most things are around here. You feel punched in the face by the way these guys
I think everybody, when they get in there, they want to be a jokester. I think he's just saying whatever he could say to get a rise out of Howard. He wasn't sitting next to me, and it was very loud, so it was difficult to speak at all. So I mostly spoke to John, and Fred hardly spoke to either one of them because that guy, Craig, was so far, he was 4 seats away. And, it's a weird thing when you go to something like this because it's a balance. Like, I could have not spoken to them at all, and they could have come in this morning and go, we paid $27,000 and Gary fucking ignored us. So I felt a little bit of an obligation to chat a little bit because they paid money to hang out with us.
Plus, they're asking you questions about the show.
Well, John was asking me a lot of questions about the show. That guy Craig, he didn't really seem to know as much about the show. He's more of I think he came as a friend, so I don't think he's as big a fan.
But at the same time, you want to watch the game. You want to let them watch the game. So it's you're saying.
I don't think listen. There's a lot of downtimes, a lot of timeouts. I don't think I was interrupting during the game, and like I said, I didn't talk to him much at all because I didn't really have a clear shot at him. So when John got up to go to the bathroom twice. Again, I talked to him because it was weird. I felt like if I talked to Fred, like I was turning my back on the guy who paid money to be there. Listen, he could have come in, no matter what I did last night, he could have come in with an angle on it.
You feel they feel the need to shtick it up in front of Howard.
You know what? I got great seats to sit at that game. I had a good time with Fred. I had a good time with the guys, and that's it.
Wheels, go ahead. You have the, I got to get to a commercial break. Kim Cattrall's going to stop by. I'll tell you how that happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she emailed me, said I have to get on right away. She's in some sort of movie that needs immediate fan attention.
She said, stop everything, let me on.
We said, well, we'll have you in next week because, she's Kim Cattrall, Sex and the City, want to hear. Said, we'll spend some time with you. We don't have time.
No.
She said, I got to get the fuck on your show because I need people to see this movie.
I should have ride the Sibian.
Yeah, I should have said to her, well, you got to ride the Sibian.
No conditions? You just let her on?
What am I going to tell you? So I said, we don't have a lot of time, but I'd be happy to let you come in and say hi to the audience and tell them.
Tell them about your movie.
Yeah, give them the pitch.
Hey, what's up, Kim?
Hey, it's early morning this morning.
I know, this is a rough schedule here.
I'm so excited.
Welcome, this is your first time.
Yeah, first time for everything, yes. Oh, a little donut action.
Yes, this is Cupcake Wednesday.
Oh, God. Dangerous.
You picked a good day to come in.
I did? Oh, always a good day.
Just this way.
The bunny room.
So Howard was saying earlier you have a new movie out.
I do. It's called Meet Monica Valor, and this is our director behind you. This is Keith Bearden.
Nobody wants to see me on camera, I'm sure. There's the star of the show.
He's behind the camera. This is a movie we did 3 years ago and made for absolutely nothing. And it was released, got great reviews in the New York Times. It was just about to start, breaking out as far as finding an audience, and they pulled the movie. So I didn't think that was right. I didn't feel that it had really had its due. So Keith and I decided that we were going to do a campaign to make this movie, bring it to an audience. So we begged. We got one theater. the Beekman Theater. It's going to be showing this weekend from the 29th to the 5th, and we hope everybody will come out and see it. It's a sweet, lovely movie. If you like movies like Harold and Maude or Little Miss Sunshine, you'll really like this movie. We didn't have any kind of budget to get it out there, so we're the movie. And it's right now the Tribeca Film Festival here in New York, where it was discovered last year, so it feels cyclical, so we're here to get the word out. Meet Monica Velour.
Well, this is a good place, Howard. Obviously,
Phew. Every cab I get into, anybody who serves me at a restaurant, it's just sort of we're like this two-band team. We're spreading the word. So we're just so thrilled that Howard has us on this morning to talk about it.
now, you've met Howard in your personal life, but you've
Yes,
obviously never
I
done
have.
the show before.
No, I'm really excited. I really am. I mean, he tells me that he's been a fan of my work since I started as an actress. So I'm excited to be in the room with him and Rob, and I'm a big Sirius radio fan. I live out, at the beach, not close to where Howard is. He's on the Ritzy area, but I run into a lot of parties where I see Howard. He never stays very long. He's out the door. Hello, goodbye. But when I have had those chance meetings, he has told me how much he's enjoyed my work, so we'll see what happens today.
Should be a good time this morning.
It'll be a good time, yes. I've had a very long, varied career, so I'm sure he has a lot to ask me.
Cool. Well, good luck today and have fun with
Thank you.
Howard.
I'm thrilled to be here.
Kim Cattrall contacted me that she needed to get the word out.
Do you know her?
I do know Kim. I've met her a couple of times.
Oh, so that's how she contacted you.
Yeah, she's extremely attracted to me,
Is that right?
as most women are. Kim, come in and tell us.
Good morning.
Tell us about how attracted you are to me. And
Yes, before you sit down.
Yes.
you look good, baby.
Thank you. I thought for sure that I was going to sit in the tickle chair this morning.
Hey, you're going to get on the
We can
Sibian.
pull it out for you.
I bet
You
you
look
can.
sexy today.
Thank you.
What's going on with you?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. I have a cause.
Yeah, I know. We're going to get to your movie, but I'm just looking at you.
Maybe the sex comes from the inside, and she's always sexy.
Oh, God love you. God love you.
Those your real breasts?
Yeah, absolutely.
They are.
Absolutely.
You've never had implants.
Never desired to.
Are you
Never.
a C or a D?
No, I'm neither.
You're a B. Shocking.
Yes, I am.
Because
B
I
for
thi-
beautiful.
I'm looking at you now,
and
I-
proud.
You know what's funny about you, Kim? I'm looking at you. You're a sex symbol, obviously.
Thank
But
you,
I'm
Howard.
looking at your chest, and I'm a man who knows something about bosoms. You appear to be a C or a D.
No,
And
no,
yet you
Howard.
fool the world.
Recently my mother came to visit me, who's in her 80s.
Right.
And I have a little jacuzzi in
Of course you do.
Yes, just a little one.
Right.
And I said, Mom, get in. And she said, No, I'm embarrassed. I said, No, go ahead. It's just you and me. And I saw my mother's breasts, and I have my mother's breasts, and they were sitting very high. So I thank my mother.
At 80?
At 82.
Wow.
And I have to say, if that I'm not frightened.
I like your hair like this. I
Thank
like this
you.
shorter look.
Thank you.
It's attractive to me.
When Sex and the City 2 opened in Tokyo, I just cut it all off.
This is a good look for you.
Thank
I
you.
want you to keep your hair this length.
And yours as well.
Yeah.
Shorter too.
Shorter is better for me.
As you get older, shorter is better.
That's right.
Yes.
Believe me, I'm trying to find every trick in the book.
Well, he had a lot of hair. Yeah.
I had a lot to lose.
You did have a lot of hair.
Absolutely.
You did.
You know, when I think about you in Sex and the City, I think you wanted the same money as Sarah Jessica Parker. That's what held up the second movie.
That's not true.
It isn't true.
No, it's not.
Dispel that, then.
I never asked for what Sarah got because Sarah was a producer. I felt that what they were offering the three of us, without a script, without a start date, was not fair after
Right.
us being in that show and being such an integral part, not just playing the parts, but we inspired so many of the storylines.
You played the parts well. The show was a huge hit, and you said, listen, if I'm ever going to make the big money, it's going to be in this
Now.
movie. This is it.
Exactly. We didn't have what other actresses on regular television, we didn't have sponsors.
Right.
So, there was no way we were ever going to make per episode what Jennifer Aniston, millions of dollars. Never.
I've
ever.
always heard that HBO is infamously cheap in the sense that they will get, first of all, when they signed you guys up, no one knew it would be a hit. No one. So they get a hold of you, and you
they
figure...
got it cheap, real cheap.
They got you cheap.
Which is fine. You know, we're willing to grow. But every year with HBO, as anyone will tell you, that negotiation, you get that fax that says, if you don't report to work, you know, you will be in breach of contract, because you're still trying to get something like a $2,000 raise.
Your initial contract was for 5 years?
No, any contract for a series is 5 years with an option for an additional year. And we did the 6 years.
I see. And so after you do the additional year, and maybe you go to them and say, okay, I want to renegotiate, or I want to...
Well, you go every year to renegotiate. That's just what you do on a series, because they have a cap on everything. But then the series, like Sex and the City, explodes. Everybody's making a lot of money. And you think, well, I'd like to make some money, too.
Can you go to someone like Sarah Jessica Parker and say, listen, we're sisters in this. We all contribute. This is why the show is successful. Let's go in together as a team and negotiate. Or does she say, hey, fuck off. That's your problem. I've got a good deal.
That never happened. What happened was I really was the one who spoke up and said, and I think it's because I've been in the business 10 years longer than the other girls. I'm 10 years older. And I had been a leading lady, and I thought, you know, this is not fair. We all need to, at this point, making these movies, at the end of the series, I'm not set for life.
Right.
I want to be set for life. I've done my 18-hour days for 6 years. We all deserve this.
Right.
So I fought for it, and sadly, you know...
Should Sarah have fought for you more?
I wish she had have. Yes.
She wish she did.
I wish she did.
Did she say anything?
No, it was never discussed. But you know, that's part of some people's working thing. I respect that. They do their own deals.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it was
an ensemble piece, and clearly your character was very, very important to that show.
Well,
and to the films.
The good ending for this, the proper ending is that we did make the movie. I mean, when all these negotiations were going on, there was no script, and I thought, how do you take this little this little TV show, half an hour, and make a movie out of it?
Were you threatened with hey, you know what? We'll just put in another Samantha, you know, if you don't sign up. Were you ever threatened with that?
I think they would probably have tried that, but I remember when we were making the movie, Michael Patrick King turned to me and he said, you know, I wasn't going to do this without you, and I said, Michael, you couldn't have done it without me.
Did this ruin any friendships? Did this negotiation ruin any friendships?
No, ultimately, especially after the second movie, it made friendships, actually. It went to sort of a deeper, better level for all of us, yes.
Yeah, I was always shocked on... I mean, I love that show.
Thank you.
And I love the second movie. True, Robin?
Absolutely.
I thought it was terrific.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen.
I've said it a million times. I've been called gay for saying that.
Quite frankly, I thought the political
gay.
statement of that movie was brilliant. You know, everybody's going to all of these Arab countries and saying, you know, oh, this is great. You can do whatever you want here. And it was like, let's get the hell out of here and go back to freedom.
I know, exactly. I mean, we couldn't film in the first two locations because we have the word sex in the title.
Do you think you got that role because in real life you are this wild sexual person or something?
No, I had done a film called Live Nude Girls, and I think from a very early age, films like Porky's and Police Academy and Mannequin, you know, for me as an actress, where I really live is in the theater, but you can't make a living in the theater.
No.
So, I mean, if you look at my resume, it's like two different actresses. One is like this theater career, which is very classical, and the other one is like these crazy movies that I was doing, but I was really paying my rent.
Right.
I didn't come from, I'm a blue-collar girl, you know, I didn't want to go back to waitressing and slinging hash. I wanted to continue, even, you know, in a movie that I felt, well, it's not exactly what I want to do, but it's going to pay my rent for the next 6 months.
Sure, no,
which
it's a
Porky's
business.
did.
Right.
Absolutely.
Porky's. What did you mean in your email to me? You wrote me an email and said, you're going to tell me something about the Porky's that I never knew.
Well, that was it, actually. That, you know, it came to me, Bob Clark took me to lunch, and I had done tribute with him with Jack Lemmon, which was nominated for Academy Awards. And then he said, I had this little movie which is going to change, you know, how people perceive you. And I went, yeah, right. And how is that? And then he sent it to me, and all my agents said, you can't do this movie. And I said, yeah, I can't do this movie, but I also can't pay my rent.
Right.
And I thought, you know, this movie will do well, and it'll probably do drive-ins. And I remember driving my car down Sunset Boulevard. I was living in L.A. very unhappily at the time, lonely, depressed. And I came across this huge mother-friggin' poster of Porky's, and the first name was my name. I was like, ah!
And were you upset about that? Because you probably thought Porky's was probably a bullshit movie.
Nobody knew what it was. In some ways, it was way before its time.
It was a fantastic movie, and yet probably at the time you said, I'm a serious actress. I shouldn't be doing something called Porky's.
Porky's, but, you know,
you probably thought it was the end of your career, Porky's.
People thought it was the end of my career. Yes.
Right.
They
and
did.
meanwhile, it's one of the things that you are known for and praised for.
Yes.
And you were part of
now.
groundbreaking movies.
But at the time, they thought it was a piece of bunk. I mean, they went on and on how this isn't, you know, compared with other films that were out at the time, like Animal House. They were saying, this is a frat boy movie. This is stupid.
Was it hard for you to get work after Porky's? Was it like, oh, she's in that shitty Porky's?
It was easy to get work like Porky's, like Police Academy, because you're associated with a hit. So then you go on this trail, and this other trail that you were on with movies like Tribute and Ticket to Heaven, where you're nominated for awards and you're going that direction. Suddenly Michelle Pfeiffer is taking all those roles, and I can't get near them.
Because you were in Porky's.
Because I was sexualized in that way.
Do you hate show business? Do you hate do you have regrets? Do you wish your career had gone differently?
No.
You're
I
happy
don't.
about everything.
I've been doing a lot of plays, and that's always, as I said before, where I live and my passion is. And I did a play with Sir Peter Hall, who founded the National Theatre and the Royal Shakespeare Theatre. And I turned to him and I said, I studied at Lambda, and this was where I was going to be. And I've gone in this huge circle.
Where'd you grow up?
I am. I was born in Liverpool, England, and I grew up on Vancouver Island.
And were you this little kid who used to always go around acting and everything?
Absolutely. Every summer school. And then in 1968, we went back to Liverpool because my grandmother was very ill.
Right.
And I met a great aunt who was an elocution teacher. And that's when I started studying acting when I was 11. And I became sort of a protege. And I started
And you
to
were
work.
hot, which helps, because if you don't
not
have
at
the
11,
looks...
I wasn't. I was a chubby little girl.
But when did you start to blossom?
Well, I feel right now, actually, is
No,
really
come on.
blossoming.
When did you start to become the hot chick?
Well, it was actually after Porky's.
After
sort of-
Porky's?
yeah.
That's not true.
No, well, for me, it was.
In high
That's
school,
when I
you
was,
weren't hot?
No, my sister was.
And you were not hot?
I remember in high school, Howard, I was like into the high jump.
Yeah.
And they used to put like these saw chips from the mill, because I grew up in Vancouver Island where there's a lot of sawmills and things. And they made this big mound that you could fall in when you cleared the bar. And they were clearing it, and they said, "Oh, this is Cherry Cottrell," which is my older sister, and they built a big mound. And I was behind this fence witnessing this, and they said, "This is her sister Kim," and they flattened it.
For you?
For me.
So you weren't the hot chick? But
God, no.
When you went out to Hollywood, didn't every guy try to bang you incessantly?
No, I was very lonely in Los Angeles.
Really?
Yes, and to this day, it's difficult to get a date.
Difficult to get a date, but listen, you've dated plenty. Don't paint yourself a wallflower. You were married 3 times, right?
No, I've been married
these
twice
guys-
and once annulled.
Once annulled.
Yes.
And the problem with these 3 marriages, to put it bluntly, is these guys didn't know how to fuck you.
No, well, you know what happened? I worked too much.
No. You were not
I'm telling you.
satisfied sexually.
No, I'm telling you, I worked too much.
But
There's
why
no,
have
there's
you
no
said,
time
you
for-
have been quoted as saying that the
Well,
sex was bad?
No, I wrote a book, Howard,
That's
called
right.
Satisfaction, The Art of the Female Orgasm.
I remember.
It's a very good book. And in the book, it was quite naive of me at the time. I wrote this book to really distance myself from Samantha, to say,
Right.
this is my reality, and this is a character I play, but
Right.
this isn't what my experience has been. It has been, like many women, not fulfilling, really. So my first husband, was European. I was working a lot. It was very stressful. All kinds of personal, situations were involved. My second marriage was
Well, wait a
completely
second.
different.
And he couldn't give it to you good enough, the European?
It wasn't what you hope for.
You never had an orgasm
What
with him?
country was he from?
He was Polish, Jewish, German.
Oh, that's not a good combination.
And you never had good sex with him?
It was, I don't, you see, what I think good sex is when a woman tells a man what she wants. And I don't just blame the man in these scenarios. I blame myself, Because I was scared to ask. I was scared to say, I don't know. I was scared to say, can we try this?
Right. You were afraid to say, listen, I'm not getting off on this. Maybe you could do this to me or do that to me. You were afraid to ask for what you needed.
I didn't know what I needed.
It's funny because you're such a good actress, especially when you take on a role like Samantha. I look at you and think of you as the most sexual person who is not afraid of anything because you've become that to me. You're too good at it.
Well, you know something? I did a scene as Samantha where I had to be photographed nude.
That's right.
And I didn't have any dialogue or anything to hang on to when we shot the photograph. And I said, you just got to give me a minute because I couldn't do it.
Really?
I couldn't do it as Kim.
But you did it.
What I did was I went behind this little flap and I said a bunch of lines from the upcoming episode. And I went, I got it.
You got into character.
I got it. In character, I can do it. But it's Kim. You know, that's why people say, oh, we've seen you nude. You haven't actually seen Kim nude. You've seen the characters that I play nude.
But you haven't been lonely. I mean, you dated Pierre Trudeau, who was the Prime Minister of Canada. He couldn't give it to you good?
You know, I was so young.
Young.
Very young. I was in my early 20s, and he was this incredible figure in my, you know, it was like, it would be like
old was he
dating Obama, you know what I mean?
Right. How old were you? Well, how old was he?
He was in his early 60s.
You dated, when you were in your 20s, you dated a guy in his 60s?
Yes. It's not unheard of, Howard.
I know, but did it freak you out?
No, he was in great shape.
Really? You were attracted to him?
Power is very attractive. It's an aphrodisiac.
Well, when a guy pulls on his pants, he has gray pubes. That can turn off a 20-year-old girl, no?
You know what? I didn't see that.
You didn't see gray pubes
no, I
on
didn't.
Pierre Trudeau?
I wasn't looking. You know, I wasn't looking for that. You know what I was looking for?
What were you looking for?
You know, he was a fascinating man, a really fascinating man. And
who broke up with who then?
Well, it was kind of, you know, one of those things. He was busy, I was busy, and I'm sure I wasn't the only young woman that he was, you know, had his eye on. And I got a boyfriend, so it kind of was...
it fizzled.
Fizzled.
Who was the boyfriend? You dated Bruce Willis, too. What happened there?
I didn't date Bruce
Willis. You didn't?
This is a myth. Bruce Willis and I think, passed on 495 or 27 on the way to some kind of event.
You never had him?
I've worked with him on Bonfire the Vanities, and we did a read-through, and I haven't seen him since. At the time, I would have liked to.
No sex.
But no Bruce Willis. No.
Wow. 3 marriages, no Bruce Willis.
2 marriages, 1 annulment.
I call that 3 marriages. What do you mean annulment? That means you didn't bang the guy.
No, you know, usually, hopefully, you're at least a little, you know, knowledgeable of someone sexually before you marry them. It just, you know, he was a Canadian, and he was getting his green card. This is a very And, you know, I loved him in that moment, but always we knew that it wasn't going to go anywhere. And
there was no sex?
No, it was a relationship. I'm not saying that I didn't love him.
Are you difficult to be in a relationship with?
You know what? I am because I'm married to my job.
You love your job.
I love my job, yes.
Never had children?
Never had children, no.
And you didn't want them, did you?
I did want children.
You did want children?
Yes, I did. For many years, I wanted children. And I just kept thinking, after this, it will happen. Or this is the guy. And then that would kind of not work out. I thought, well, this is the guy. And then suddenly I thought, it's not going to happen.
There's no time for it.
So I thought to myself, well, how can I be a mom then? And I looked and I said, I have nieces and nephews. I have young actors I can mentor. And that's why being part of the Canadian Film Center and being a mentor there, you know, with the young Canadian actresses, which I walked that walk, is incredibly satisfying.
Is this new movie? Is this part of this Canadian Film Center? I mean, you're so passionate about it. You're like, I got to get in there and I got to convince your listeners to go see this. What is this new movie you're in?
It's called Meet Monica Velour.
Meet Monica Velour. Is this where you play a porn star or a prostitute?
I'm a porn star from 1978. She was Miss January 1978. And now we see her 30 years later.
Are you disgusted with the porn business as in the movie?
No, she never goes into that. She believes that when she was doing it in the 70s, we were artists then.
Right.
You know.
So she has that rationale.
Yeah, she has this great line. She says, you know, what we got was, you know, $50 and a case of the crabs.
Do people recognize her as a porn star, or is she washed up?
No, she's washed up now, but people who watch porn there's a cop at one point who comes in and he doesn't say anything to her, but when he gets back into the cab, to the dispatch, he says, "I loved her in Frankenbooty." So he's watched all of her
Is
porn.
your character disgusted by sex? Is she completely turned off to it?
She is in crisis. She's fighting for the custody of her 8-year-old daughter from her scumbag husband.
And no one wants to give her custody because she was a porn star.
No one wants to give her custody. They don't even want to give her a $5 an hour shampoo job in this town. She's trying to get any kind of a job.
Because she's considered a slut.
She's an outcast. This movie is about outcasts. That's
Are you
what it's
nude in
about.
it? You would have to be
No,
nude.
no.
Do you have love scenes?
Yes,
Why
I
does she have to be? I don't know.
Hey! You know, the thing that's great about this movie is the people that you expect to see naked, you don't. And the people you don't want to see naked, you do. Like Brian Dennehy. You see the whole ball sack. You see his ass. You see everything.
Ass and ball sack.
Yes. Yes.
What?
If that's Brian or his
Brian
character.
Dennehy.
You know, I hate to admit it. I've always wanted to see his ball sack. Yeah, I'm kind of weird about that.
About Brian's
No, but
Now, why did you... I read a story about you in the paper about
Yes.
this new movie. And by the
Yes.
way, the new movie is called Meet Monica Valor. And Kim's so passionate about it, she'll be doing Q&As at the...
You know what else I'll be doing? Serving popcorn at the concession. If they
Because you
could
think
get me to
is-
do that,
You think
they
this
would.
is that important a film?
I really do.
Why did you get upset? I read in the paper you
Yes.
got pissed off at a reporter. Reporter came up to you and said, look,
Well,
you have a young coach. So I'm going to set it up.
Okay.
You have a
there's
young...
two. I've been pissed off a little bit lately. You know, I was angry with Anchor Bay Films because they bought this at Tribeca last year. Now, this was a hit at Tribeca. They compared it to Harold and Maude and Little Miss Sunshine. Got great reviews in the Hollywood Reporter, Variety. It was saying the work of my life, of her career, 35 years. I was like, yes, finally we're going to take Samantha and we're going to change all of that.
This could be your Academy Award.
Well, I don't know about that. What it could do is open people's idea as me as an actress playing other than one role that I'm known for.
Right. You don't want to be Herman Munster. You don't want to be Samantha. That's it.
I love Samantha. I owe her a lot, but I can do more.
Okay.
So I thought, here we have. Then my schedule last year was crazy. I was doing 2 plays in the West End and a television show for PBS, which was on PBS, Any Human Heart. So this was my window. And this window for most movies, you know, Hollywood is polishing turds at this time of year.
Right.
They're putting things out there which are not very good.
There's a lot of shitty movies with no plot, nothing to really
Exactly,
see.
and this is the time of year before the blockbusters. This little gem comes out, gets a great review in the New York Times. They have no money for advertising.
Right.
So, okay, I've got celebrity status. I do every show I can in New York. I do every show in L.A. We go to Detroit where we filmed it. I do an opening there. I create an opening with the Canadian Film Center. So it goes worldwide. And this is a word-of-mouth movie, but there's no ads in the New York Times, a tiny little ad.
They got no money.
New York Magazine, not even
So
an ad
why are you
there.
angry?
Because they pulled the movie. And they pulled the movie on a night where friends of mine was in one movie in New York at the Clearview Cinema.
You mean you're mad at the movie studio for pulling the movie out because they had no advertising money?
No, they had no advertising, so nobody came. And just as they were starting to find an audience, and there's this website you can go to called The Numbers. And the day before they pulled it, we were up 192%, which if that had continued, which it would have through word of mouth, we would have become one of the top 10 independent American movies of that
So
week.
they pulled the plug too early is your
Yes.
complaint. Now, the other complaint
Yes.
I heard
Now,
was...
let me finish.
Go
so
ahead.
I called them and said, what can we do about this? I'll do anything. Please, another week. Finally, they said, it's not us, Anchor Bay, who are pulling it. It's the movie theaters because the Tribeca Film Festival. I said, but who do I talk to? Who are the movie theater owners? So we've got you a theater. I said, okay, where is it? It's the Beekman Theater on 66th and 2nd. I said, I'll do Q&As. I'll do whatever they have. They say,
Will you have sex with a member of the audience for the movie? Are you really that passionate? Would
well,
you
I don't know
pick
if I
out...
go that far. I won't prostitute
You will have
myself
listen
for
to
it.
me. You will have a packed house. How about a hand job?
But I am willing to talk. I am willing to talk sex
Talk.
for this movie.
You
I
will.
am willing. I'm
You're willing to go
talk
all
sex.
out.
Yes, for this movie because I believe in it. I think Keith Bearden. It's his first movie. He did a fantastic job. It's a road picture. It's a love story. It's a date movie. It's sweet.
I've never seen you like this. You're so passionate about it.
Well, you got to see the movie.
Here, I'm going to go see it. I'm going to
You
go to
won't
the Beekman
recognize me.
Theater.
I gained 20 pounds. I look really.
You look good now.
Myself,
You lost the weight, didn't you?
It was 3 years ago.
Oh, 3 years ago you shot this.
That's how long it's been to get this movie out. 3 years.
Did you freak out when you had to gain that weight?
I loved it.
You loved it. What did you do to gain 20 pounds? Did you eat like shitty pizza and ice cream?
Everything.
Everything.
And I don't have a private chef.
What happened to your body? Did you get a cellulite?
Oh, yeah.
You did?
Well, every woman has cellulite.
You have cellulite?
Every woman has cellulite.
How does your ass look naked?
I like my ass.
It's nice.
I like my ass.
No dimples of cellulite?
I'm sure there are, but, my apartment is very well lit.
When's the last time you got laid?
Oh, God.
Robin has no cellulite, by the way.
None?
Absolutely not. None.
We
Zero.
all do, don't we? Come on.
Absolutely.
I've seen anorexics with it.
With cellulite.
Yes,
You
I
should
have.
see my ass. Holy cow.
You should see Brian Dennehy's ass.
That ain't nothing to look at.
It's nothing to look at.
I had cellulite in my 20s.
So did I.
So you're telling me
That I have cellulite. Yes.
when is the last time you had sex? Honestly.
Oh my God. I can't remember.
Well, wait a second. Let me tell you what I heard. I want to get to this. I read in the newspaper that when you shot this movie.
Yes.
I guess somehow the director and your young co-star.
Yes.
Said that you did a love scene or some scene where you're making out with him. And the rumor got started that he got a boner working with you.
That's not true.
And then a reporter asked you about it, and you blew up. And I said, what's with Kim? So they said, listen, the kid got a boner kissing her. I'd get a boner kissing you.
Thank you, Howard.
You're goddamn right.
Thank you. No, that never happened. It really didn't happen. And this was, I'd flown in that day, and, then I get this little reporter who's saying, so tell me about, how Dusty and Keith said this. And, Keith and Dusty, this is their first big movie. They're so excited.
Right.
They don't know what to say or not to say in kind of a joking way.
Right.
And we had such a serious relationship. I mean, Keith cast me as this. He could have had really so many actresses, because these plum roles in your 50s, they just don't write them.
Right.
And we rehearsed for weeks. I transformed myself. He had me stay and listen to people. I lower my voice an octave for this role.
So
All
you're
of these
saying
things.
it trivializes everything?
Absolutely. It trivializes the movie. It trivializes everything. And people are just waiting for that hook. That same
But
night.
listen to me. Listen to me.
Yes.
My dear.
Yes, Howard.
That's a good story to get out there, because to get people in the theater, if they know this kid is getting a boner during the love scene, so it's promotion. Why get upset? It's promotion. And you're a hot woman. The fact that you're a woman in her 50s and you're giving these kids boners.
Oh, God.
You should embrace that.
I guess you're right.
Of course.
I guess you're right. I was having a moment.
You're upset because you do such a good acting job. You don't want to trivialize that,
No,
guess,
I don't.
down to a boner.
I don't.
You
I
don't?
It's so much more than that. It really is.
But
And
these-
not that isn't something.
Right. But these young
Anytime I'm
punks, they get into bed with you and they get a boner. God bless you.
Well, we never got into bed in the film, but the thing that's crazy about this experience and this job that I have is that I'm still learning.
Are you denying that this kid got a boner? Is that what you're saying?
I was.
Are you-
No.
You wouldn't know.
He was a born again Christian when we worked. He's no longer a born again Christian.
You ruined it.
Because No. I said to him, I think you might want to rethink the not ever having sex before you get married idea.
Yeah.
And he did, and he's out there dating now.
He
But
is.
when I met him, he was just this. He's home taught. He's very naive.
So if
He
the
would
kid
be
says he
so
got a
nervous.
boner, then it's probably true.
I don't think he
The question is
did.
whether he said it, Howard.
I think he said it as a joke. Howard.
Oh, you do?
I do.
He doesn't need to be joking on your time. There's no reason.
Not really.
Okay,
Not really.
I understand.
Not really.
So you were sensitive about it.
I was, because I think that film is so much more than that. I really do. I mean, it is about sex. It's about people who've been sexualized and marginalized, and they're outcasts.
Can
and
you
they
relate
find
to this
themselves
character
together.
as an actress? When you got to
Absolutely.
Hollywood as a young woman, were you ever molested or attempted? Was there ever an attempt at molesting you
Oh, my
for
God,
a casting
yes.
couch thing? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That directors would throw you down on a couch and say, "Give me
No,
your."
it wasn't as obvious as that. It was. I remember coming to Hollywood to test for Elia Kazan for The Last Tycoon. This was years ago, and a man called Sam Spiegel, who did films like On the Waterfront. He was a huge producer and incredibly gross. And he looked like a lizard,
Right.
And I remember coming to the Paramount lot. They flew me from Vancouver Island. I was so excited. And I just graduated from theater school. I'd done one film with Otto Preminger, a terrible film called Rosebud. And this was going to be my thing. I was meeting the great Elia Kazan.
Right.
And I auditioned for him, and he went, "That's terrific. Now I want you to go in and audition for Sam Spiegel." So I auditioned for him, and he was sitting behind a huge desk, sort of like this, and he said, "Come here." And I thought, oh, well, I guess he wants to see my face to see if I, photograph well or something. I was literally 18 years old.
Oh, God.
And he came towards me, put his hands behind me, and pushed me towards him and tried to put his tongue in my mouth. And he was in his 70s at that point, and I literally went, and I ran out of the room. And this was the Hollywood moment. I got into my car because my agent at the time had driven me to Paramount Studios. I didn't know how to drive at that time. I sat next to her and I told her what happened, and she said, "So what did you do?" Like, I didn't play into it.
Oh, my God. That makes me so sad.
It makes me so sad, too.
I mean, I'm thinking of you as an 18-year-old girl. You're full of hope.
Oh.
You get your big audition. You go in there, and you're auditioning your heart out. And meanwhile, all this guy's thinking about, I'm going to jam my tongue down this chick's throat.
And then an invitation to go up to San Francisco with him. Even after that.
Even
after that. And I just thought, you know what, I can't.
What do you want to give up at that point? Because if it's all based on that, and you're 18 years old, it just looks bleak, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
How do you persevere through something like that?
Well, I really categorized that as that person and thought that exists, and knowledge is power at any age, at any time in your life. And I thought, I'm never going to be in a situation where I don't have anybody with me.
Mm-hmm. But were you shy to audition again? Like was it the thought in the back of your mind, oh, these guys just want to fuck me and that's it? I mean,
that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
No, I felt that I was a contract player at Universal Studios, and they knew about what had happened shortly after that, and I felt protected by the company. I came up with Sharon Gless and Jamie Lee Curtis. We were all young actresses at the Universal Studios, last contract players in the system.
Right.
And I felt so much.
Contract player means you were signed to a studio
for 7 years of your life.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you only work for them.
Only for them.
That must have driven you nuts, because when you would get offered roles, but it's kind of a beautiful thing too, because you're guaranteed work.
Exactly. And I had a big, huge student loan over my head, and I had to pay that student loan.
Are you a multimillionaire at this point?
No.
You're not?
No.
Even after Sex in the City?
No, I'm not multi. I'm okay for the rest of my life if I'm smart.
I'm going to guess your net worth is about $10 to $15 million. Am I close?
Well, that would be a multi-millionaire.
That's right.
Yeah, I guess with my properties, yeah, I guess so. But I have mortgages, and I help.
So you have to be careful. You don't live the lifestyle.
No.
You can't go in and buy the latest Birkin bag, right?
I don't want to.
You don't want a Birkin bag?
No, I don't ever want a Birkin bag, ever.
Does it bother you that Sarah Jessica Parker's 20 times more wealthy than you?
You know what? I still got more left in me. Who knows what I can do?
You do. You never look better. I swear to God. I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing?
Abstinence.
You're not getting operated on? I don't even think you're pulled back or anything. Are you?
No.
You don't have any Botox? Nothing?
I have Botox right here.
You do?
I do, right
You
here.
look terrific.
Thank you.
You look natural. You don't look like one of these whacked out broads all pulled back with the duck lips.
That's very easy for you to say, Howard, but I have to say I have a lot of sympathy for women, because where do we age in this country? You grow up with people like me, and as we start to age, people, they have this age rage thing. I go on the internet some lonely nights and I read an article and I think, oh, that's good. I like what the reporter's done. And then people have their comments, and some of them are, why doesn't this old hag go away?
Right, like go off like the Indians used to send you off the tribe and then just go out and die in the woods.
Exactly. And that was happening when I was in my 40s, and now I'm in my 50s. It's rageful. And these people can say it because you don't see their face.
Is it the hardest thing? I mean, you probably see like a woman in her 20s. You can't be. You're funny. You're delightful. You walk into a room, guys are grabbing you, trying to tongue you, take you away, and then as you get older and older and older, watching that sort of reaction not happen has got to be maddening.
Oh no, I still get that reaction.
Oh, you do. Oh, you look good.
Thanks. I think it's that, but it's also the feeling of this predator, in the room of Samantha. And after a while, people relax. But, people are looking at my face to see if I've had work done. They're not listening to what I'm saying. Or they're thinking,
I haven't heard a word you said. You know who you're looking like?
Who?
I never realized you look like Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh, my God.
Look at you.
She just said all of her roles went to Michelle.
Yeah.
You do, though.
Yeah. No, we do. We do. She's got different lips than I do. She has like more of those open lips.
So you haven't been with a man in a long time, huh?
No, I've been single. I've been concentrating on my work.
And when you say lonely nights, what do? You're on the computer all night?
Sometimes I like to write. I like to read.
That's what you're doing?
I'm reading a great book right now by Michael Cunningham.
What do you do to get the poison out?
I take care of myself.
Vibrator, huh?
I take care of myself in many ways.
Robin uses a rack of vibrators.
Oh, there we
Talk to her about it. All right, listen to me. Kim Cattrall is in a movie.
You know what? I want to know what happened to that agent who was like, well, what was your reaction? Did you get rid of her?
Eventually, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
because that's no help.
No. I mean, the actors out there, the agents work for you. You don't work for your agent. I mean, we're so scared to speak up because a lot of them, they won't take you on. There's so many people wanting to be part of this business, you know.
Look at this. Kim, here's the guy who tried to make out with you.
Oh, no.
That's his picture.
Jesus.
I mean, there's nothing grosser than that.
Ashamed of himself.
He was a frog in a tuxedo with one of those horrible tongues, you know, like wrap around flies and things.
If he'd been halfway decent looking, maybe put out a little, but for God's sakes.
Never.
Now, Kim is here because she wants you to see this movie.
I'm excited about this movie.
I am too.
It's right down your audience because it's a Miss January 1978, and where is she now?
I like it. I like the idea.
And the young geek who travels halfway across the country to find her
because he's in love with her. He thinks he's in love with her.
This is the personification of women. And the first scene that you see this character in, I do a strip.
Okay, now we're talking. Did you shave down for it?
Well, we don't get that far, as you see. If you see the movie, no.
Titty?
I'm not nude. I'm not nude.
Do we see titty?
No.
What do you mean? Don't answer for her. You don't know that.
You know. But you see.
Why don't I see titty?
You see other things.
What do I see?
Which are much more interesting than titty.
What's more interesting than titty? Vagina, and I don't see that.
No, what you see is
ass.
From. I told you. You see Brian Dennehy's ass.
No, what about you?
Well, you see
down.
a big stomach. You know, I did a scene in this movie which I've wanted to do my whole life, which I'm standing in front of a mirror,
right?
And I've got this. When I gain weight, it's in my hips and in my belly, and I have this scene which all women do. You're sitting there, you're nude, you're just out of the shower, and you grab your belly fat and you shake it.
And you do that.
I got to do that. And there's another scene where my legs are open. I'm wearing these horrific underwear. I'm drunk. I've got this old house coat on. I've got a wine goblet, and I take a Twinkies and I dip it in the wine, and I taste it, and I think, hey, that's not bad, and do it again.
And you get to do those things. Did Sarah Jessica Parker see this movie? Did you invite her to this screening that's going to happen on?
You know what? I haven't heard from any of the girls.
It's
so
weird.
I don't know.
They don't like you, do they?
No, I don't think it's that.
Come on, let's get real.
Howard,
I don't think the Sex and the City girls like you.
Well, I think a lot of people in the press.
Yes.
Have a lot invested in that.
What do you mean? Yes, they do. They want to keep that feud going. But why wouldn't Sarah come and support you? This is an important film to you. This is I've never seen you so fired up about a role.
That's
the
a good
movie's called Meet Monica Velour.
You'd have to ask her.
Did you invite her?
Well, invitations went out, and I said anybody and everybody who, is in New York at this time. Maybe she wasn't in town.
And she didn't even call and say, I can't make it.
Nobody called me.
She doesn't like you.
I don't know what it is.
Of course.
I don't know what it is.
She is not supporting you. And what about the other two nutnicks?
They didn't call either.
Where are they?
Well, one of them,
Charlotte, the sweet one.
She lives in L.A.,
Yeah.
And I just
And what about the other one who went lesbian?
They have babies. They have lives. They're busy,
Too busy for their friends. Too busy for the woman that made Sex in the City what it was. The woman that made them money.
I'm not saying anything.
Wow. What about the creator, Darren Stars? He come to see the movie?
No, not that I know of. No.
What the hell is going on?
I
Boy,
agree.
show business is.
They're all on to the next thing.
Do you think it's you?
No, I think it's just that people are busy, and now
but why don't they like you?
I don't think it has to do with liking me or not liking me. You know what it is? I think that movies come to people now. People don't go to movies. They're
if
very,
Sarah
very
Jessica
busy.
Parker wrote you a note and said, I want you to come see my new movie, you would be there for her, wouldn't you?
I was there for the Morgans movie, yes.
You were?
Yeah.
You
Gladly.
And she wrote you and said, would you come?
I would go, yes. I support Sarah in everything she does. I think she's terrific.
Sarah? This is not right, what you're doing to this woman.
Don't.
All right, maybe you got your differences.
She's not doing anything. She's busy. She's got her life.
No, listen, she's not that busy. She got 20 nannies. Listen to me. You're a woman. You work together with her. Put aside the differences. Go out and support.
maybe she'll come to the Beekman and she'll see it. We've got a week. This is
the important week. You got 1 week to make this movie work.
And if people come out and support the movie,
people like Sarah Jessica Parker.
You're terrible.
I mean, come on. I'm not terrible. Let's be honest. Let's be real. You work together. Let's support each other as actresses, as women.
You heard it here.
So I've said the truth, haven't I?
Well, I think it's important to support each other. Yes, I do.
And they're not there for you. You went to the Morgans, whatever the hell that is.
It was a Sarah Jessica Parker movie.
I didn't see it.
Not too many people did.
That's right.
Hopefully more people will see.
Was the Morgans a bad movie?
It's a rom-com, and I like rom-coms, and I think Sarah, what she does is really great. So I did enjoy, and I like Hugh
Look
Grant.
at you putting on a face that says, hey, I'm not going to say anything negative about her, but she won't show up for my movie. Poor you. Alone with your computer and your vibrator, sitting in that apartment.
You know something?
Where's Smith Jarrett? Did he show up?
No.
Not even Smith Jarrett likes you.
No, it's not about liking me. What are you
They should support you. I
support
support you. My audience will support you.
That is why I'm here.
Look, go see Kim Cattrall in Meet Monica Velour at the Beekman Theater in Manhattan this Friday through Thursday. Kim is going to do pretty much anything you want at this Q&A.
Q&As.
At the 7 p.m. screening Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And go over to this Beekman if you live around this area. Come on. Give her a shot. It's a good movie about a porn star who's past her prime, and she's dealing with the town and the whole thing.
Yeah, she's dealing with aging alone, fighting for the
Who are you hanging with these days? Pee Wee Herman?
No.
You don't even hear from him, do you?
No, I don't even hear from him.
I'm sorry for you. I don't think you have a friend in the business.
I do.
But you must be a monster.
Michael Stipe is a good friend of mine.
Oh, Michael Stipe.
Yeah. And I think he's terrific. And
him you like?
I think he's amazing. Really a talented man. He came to see the movie
What's
the
he
second
doing?
day.
What
he
is
just
he
had
doing?
an album out. REM had just got like an amazing album.
Really?
Where they made a film for each song. They got different filmmakers, Sophia Cal and James Franco. They each made a film for each song. He's still creative. He's still doing movies. I mean, he did Being John Malkovich. I mean, he's a real he's an artist.
I'm looking you over. I can't see how you don't have a man.
It's
crazy.
They're terrified.
No, I'm not terrified.
But you're married.
Oh, that's right. No wonder I'm not terrified.
See, this is the problem. The
That's
older
the
you
problem.
get, they're either incredibly damaged or they're married.
Well, I'm both of those things. So I'm a double header. All right, listen to me. You've said it all. We get the point. We like this idea of you in this movie. Now you need us to go.
Yes.
And we'll be there. Believe me, we're not Sarah Jessica Parker or those other two.
I love you.
I don't even know the names of the other two, honestly.
I love you,
I know
Howard
you
Stern.
and Sarah Jessica Parker. I don't know the other two. The other two are replaceable. You're not.
Kristen Davis and Cynthia Nixon.
Yeah, I'm surprised you know their names based on their support of you. Well, look, it doesn't seem to bother you, so it's not going to bother me.
I have a lot of great people in my
I
life.
wish you great things. I wish you know what I wish for you?
Yes.
A beautiful trip to Peru where they rub good and plenty all over you. I'm not kidding. And a beautiful ceremony.
Thank you.
I wish that for you.
Thank you.
See, Kim Cattrall, and I wish you happiness and success with this film.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Robin.
Let me
Means
just
a
say,
lot.
see Kim Cattrall and Meet Monica Velour. That's the name of the movie, and it's going to be at the Beekman Theater. This is the make or break week for this movie.
Let's go.
It's in Manhattan this Friday through Thursday. This is it for, listen, Kim needs you there. She's being honest.
I do.
Actresses don't often say that, but she's saying she needs you.
It's worth your while.
She's saying it might even be fun.
Yes. It's
Kim-
actually a funny, sweet movie. You'll
Yeah.
enjoy it.
That's right. And you'll see Brian Dennehy's ball sack.
Yeah, can't wait.
Close your eyes for that. Thank you for stopping by
How
here.
can I thank you?
Oh, I'll think
For
of a
you.
way.
Yes.
I know what you can do. Believe me.
You made your Stern Show debut today.
Yes, I did. I'm no longer a virgin of Howard Stern Show.
What's it like making the transition from someone you know in your personal life to seeing them in their craft, seeing Howard behind his board? And
You know, I feel that I know both of those Howards. I know the private Howard a little bit less, but he's always been incredibly generous to me and supportive of me, and today is just another indication of that in the guise of this persona, which is actually just a pussycat making fun. And it's, you know, he's a great actor in a way. He plays this role beautifully. And it's like playing tennis with him, you know. I feel like little McEnroe out there, you know. And so it was really a thrill.
so you feel like he can walk that line between knowing you in your own way, but
Yes,
then
and you know, he's very instinctual. He picks up a vibe about someone. And that's what he follows. The truth, his truth. And you got to go with that. And, you know, I'm not a bullshitter. He knows that. And I think that there's
a chemistry that can happen on his show, and I felt that today. That's what was so exciting about it.
So now that you've crossed into his universe, can we expect you back for many more appearances?
I sure hope so. I really do. I have a play opening on Broadway in November, Private Lives, and he'll come, so maybe we'll sit down and talk about sex in 1921, which is what that play is about.
Maybe steer away from the vibrator talk this time.
Yes, exactly. I don't think they had those electrical units then.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Kim.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Good luck.
Investigations, do a number of different investigative services. These are two of my decoys, John and JoJo. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about my book, Happens All the Time. We're going to talk about my dealings with the Church of Scientology, and I'm going to teach people how to cheat and catch them.
So you're going to get behind your operation. Tell Howard how it works, how you catch cheaters.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to get behind the operation.
All right,
and, we're going to educate them.
Best of luck today, Mark.
Thank you very much.
Hey, one of these guys is here. He's got one of these personal investigating services. He catches cheating spouses. I was just saying to Gary, I took Gary out to dinner last night for his birthday. What, is he 50?
Gary? I don't know.
Or is he old? Was it your 50th, Gary?
Is that true?
Was it your 50th? Yeah. How come your wife didn't have like a big 50th birthday party for you? Isn't that like a big milestone? Oh, she did, and we
Maybe
weren't
it's no big deal when Gary turns 50.
I think that Mary's birthday is the day after mine.
Yeah.
So I don't think she wants to celebrate her birthday.
Were you disappointed that she didn't sort of throw a big bash? Because a wife usually does that for a husband. You're a pretty good fucking husband.
You know what? Some of our neighbors threw a small dinner party with a lot of our friends.
Were you disappointed though in a way?
No, it was okay.
Did it occur to you that something might be happening?
No.
No?
No.
Gary was walking around all day with a big smile on his face. He was waiting for the big surprise.
No,
Opening every door, expecting somebody to jump out.
I took Gary out to John George last night.
Ooh, nice.
What a great restaurant.
Ladies
Holy
got
shit.
dressed up. Mary looking great. Beth looking great. They, they got dressed up. I put on my beautiful suit.
Did you?
Well, yeah.
In the middle of the week.
Yeah. Took Fafa Fooey out.
I put on my beautiful suit that Howard bought me 2 birthdays ago.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of use out of that.
I do.
I got to get you another new one.
That's a nice suit.
Yeah, it's, so we had a nice night.
So that's a big deal for Gary's 50th.
So I said to Gary, because, we're having this guy Mark on who has this private investigating service. I said, wouldn't it be just kind of cool? Like, Mary's not cheating on you. I think
Well,
Mary...
Gary watches her anyway. He's got cameras all over the house.
Right. So I was just like, but wouldn't it be cool to hire, like, they have a female private investigator and a male one.
Oh, they do that thing where they try to entice you.
Yeah. And so, like if this good-looking guy, went up to Mary and just was kind of, flirting with her at the supermarket, would it be interesting to see if she flirted back a little bit?
Just to see how far she goes.
Yeah. Hey, let me bring in Mark.
But what if it goes too far?
So then you divorce her. You got to.
He's got to trust.
What if she blows the guy?
Exactly. What if she says, hey, there's a hotel down the block?
All right, this is Mark Chapetta. I think I'm saying that right. There's Mark.
Hello.
On the end there.
And the hot chick is...
that's the investigator, because I was going to say, who are these two investigators?
Hot chick is JoJo Ryder. JoJo is the girl you meet at the bar, and then when you take her up for the blowjob, and then she goes, guess what? You're fucked. And this good-looking gentleman is John Lamb.
Hi there.
Hi, Robin. How are you?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
The vibration from the bass, right? It's a good time.
Robin, I'm going to fuck you.
You're going to get a little squirrely later.
I'm going to tell your husband.
I got a bag of carrots and cucumbers.
Mark, I was saying to Gary, it'd be cool to hire... What's the name of your company?
On the Mark Investigations. We're based out of Brockton, Massachusetts.
Be kind of cool to hire your company and, I'm reasonably comfortable that Beth isn't cheating on me.
You're sure?
Although I'm sure a lot of guys say that and find out they are. But, I wouldn't mind seeing
if a good-looking guy like John went in there and like said to Beth, you know, hey baby, you know, like how far? Hello. How far? Like how far would it go? You know, like how much flirting would go on? Now you say an interesting statistic.
Yes.
60% of the men you investigate go too far with these women, like they want to have sex with them, right?
Really? 60%?
Yeah, men are pigs, you know that. And,
right.
And men can't risk temptation, especially
JoJo.
Gay men that like John.
Oh, right.
And then with JoJo as well.
JoJo, 60% of the guys you investigate end up hitting on you?
Yeah, probably about that much.
What do you consider...
going too far?
Yeah. What? Like, okay, let's say a guy's at the bar, he meets you, and he just talks to you for the night. We're not calling him a cheater, are we?
No. If it gets handsy and hands-on and things are going, like, further and there's, like, innuendos and so on and so forth, then I get the kind of the nod or whatever from Mark. I kind of, we're in contact with each other.
When do you get the nod? Like if a guy says, hey, let's go back to my room, then you have enough on him, right?
I'll say, let me go freshen up or whatever, and
you're out.
Left.
It all depends on, what the client also perceives as cheating, Howard,
Right.
As you know, the former president of the United States didn't consider a blowjob cheating.
Right.
So it depends on what the wife wants. So
the wives hire you. They say, look, I want to know if my husband's cheating on me. I want the definitive answer.
Yes.
JoJo goes out. She puts on a hot little outfit.
Absolutely.
She goes over to the bar. She talks to the guy. Hey, how are you? I'm JoJo. Blah, 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 blah. A little small talk.
Yep.
The cheaters, how long does it take them before they make their move?
It's all different.
Depends how drunk they are.
And it depends on how aggressive they are and how much of a cheater they are. You know what I mean? It's all individual.
And I'm always standing close by on any job that I take her or any of my other female decoys on.
Yeah.
I'm always shadowing them. That's for liability reasons. It's for the girl's safety.
But JoJo, you never make out with the guy?
It's gotten.
How far has it gotten? Little titty feel?
I almost fired her once.
Really?
For,
How far did you go?
I was new. I didn't know.
What'd you do? You went down on the guy?
Things.
What'd you do with the guy?
Did you fucking go down on him?
I did things that he was really hot, and the client said she was done.
Right.
So that was game.
Well,
that's what I mean.
That's what I'll get from my clients.
One of my first jobs.
One of your first jobs. You meet the guy at the bar. You didn't know that you're not supposed to do anything.
Well, because I up until the point where if the client was still on it, if his wife was still on, of course I'm not going to go there. But she was like saying
what happened? You went to a bar.
Yeah, and then I went back to his room.
You went back to his room.
Yeah.
Did you go all the way with him?
Almost.
He put his finger inside of you?
Almost.
Almost.
Things happened.
Blowjob.
We both were satisfied.
You both went down on each other.
Kinda.
And he didn't want to bang you?
I didn't want to go that far.
No kidding.
I'm really a good girl.
And what pissed me off is that I usually don't rig her up with the hidden camera.
Right.
I usually have the hidden camera on me, and that I didn't get to actually witness this before I almost fired her ass.
Now, what is the... Okay, 60% of married men or men in relationships cheat on their woman. But with women, I figure it's lower, right?
It's starting to grow, believe it or not. My business, and I've been starting to track it lately and check all my cases and track the numbers. Women are working more. They're out in the work field. They're traveling. They're going away.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just normal for them to start cheating more. They're not getting it at home good enough, and they look for a little attention, and you send someone like John in.
Johnny boy, you're a good-looking guy. What's your background? You a cop or something?
No, God, no. I've been on the other side of the law a few times. Mark found me after doing a show
What'd you do? What'd you do to get on the other side of the law?
I've got a whole bunch of assault and batteries and then driving thing, but nothing bad. No, I used to bounce for years, so you smack around a drunk that's caused a problem, they press charges.
Let's rephrase it. Everything that was dismissed.
Yeah, everything's dismissed.
You were cleared of all
He was
dismissed.
cleared, or else I wouldn't use him. But I found him on Tool Academy. I saw him on VH1 on Tool Academy. And
What's
I said,
Tool Academy?
To show where girlfriends sign up to boyfriends because they're lying, cheating pieces of shit.
Right. Okay.
I'm not lying, cheating piece of shit.
So what happens? You go out to a bar. A lot of these chicks, good-looking chicks. I guess it's guys with good-looking wives.
I mean it's a pretty vast mix. We got some 8s, some 7s, and then we got some 3 woofers.
Right. So you go in there, you sit, you strike up a conversation with them, and how many women actually proposition you?
I'd probably say pretty damn near close to half, if not a little more.
No kidding. So so the rate's going up. In other words, there's a lot of women cheating on their men.
Yeah, a lot of middle-aged women.
Are most guys shocked when they find out that their wives are cheating on them? Do most of them think, I don't think... I mean,
You know what?
if they call you, they're suspicious.
Most of them know before they hire me. They just like to self-torture themselves even more.
They like confirmation.
They like the confirmation. They like to torture themselves. Recently, within the last, I'd say about a year ago, John and I went to an island to perform a job, and his job was to hit on this beautiful young woman, and it was a couples resort.
Right.
And we're there together.
Right.
And we had to kind of confirm that we weren't doing each other to try to get the girl to even remotely look at him like we weren't gay. We went to a restaurant and they asked if we wanted a wine list.
Skip the wine. We're going right to the blowjobs.
Right.
So what happens? So let's say you make the approach, right? You make the approach on this woman. She's hot, right?
Yep.
All right. And she's a married woman. And what do you do?
Her partner's right there.
How do you make the approach?
Well, no. In certain situations, usually the partner's not there. Usually it's like a girls' night out or a trip away.
Of course.
I spend a brief amount of time just kind of getting to know them, see what their style is, see what they like. Some people like the big douchebag thing that I can put on. Other people like the slow, strong, silent type. And other people like a little scared little bitch. So I kind of do the impromptu eye contact, kind of wink and smile a little.
So in this particular situation that you're talking about with this good-looking chick, you walked up and you say what? What's the line that you say to them to sort of warm up? I imagine the women...
I'm not gay. That's not my boyfriend over there.
I'm not fucking him tonight. I plan on fucking
No, but you're a good-looking guy and everything, so they're probably open to speaking to you. But at the same point, what do you say to introduce yourself?
Well, this one certain situation, I don't know, stop me if I break any confidentiality, but there were kids involved, so, you talk to the kids, be friendly.
You're like, hey, kids.
How's it going? Want to see my van?
I want to be your
lollipops.
daddy.
Yeah, I like you kids, and your mom's pretty fucking hot.
I want to tongue punch your dirt star.
That's right. So you go over and you start playing with the kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, like walking by, the kids were in the way, so I kind of like made conversation. Like, I wish you had a pair of floaties like that. High five, stuff like that. And then conversation starts from there.
Then they call the security at the pool and say, this guy's talking
So the
about...
hot broad comes up. What is she, in a bathing suit? She's in a blue bikini?
Yeah, she had a little tiny bikini thing on.
And what do you, in order to entice her, what are you wearing, like a Speedo or something?
No Speedo. I just had a typical bathing suit on,
Right, like the board shorts. That kind of
just board shorts. Might have had a tank top, a sleeveless shirt, or maybe the man tits out.
Yeah, man tits are out.
Yeah.
Right, so you go up and say what to her? What does she say? Hey.
Well, I start talking about the kids, and I offered a thing I got at the resort. It was like a toy for the pool and stuff, and we go on from there, and I'm like, I didn't know this was such a family-oriented place. It seems like we're the only single guys down here.
Right.
Are you with someone? You want to go out and grab a drink? And I don't want to get into too much of it. I don't know who listens to the show.
What cute kids you have? Let's fuck.
You know what? I'll say it. They did grab a drink together, and
once they grab the drink together, then you're on to something.
Well, I'm texting back and forth with the client, Howard, so I'm giving the client pretty much a play-by-play. In today's day, you can just constantly communicate with these people.
Sure.
I can send them instant video. I can send them instant photos. I can confirm them because I've had people...
So you text back to the guy, hey, my man John's over at the bar having a drink with your wife.
His hand's on her knee. She tells him that I'm overhearing the conversation. She says she's not married, and she is married.
Wow.
So these are signs. We're also there to download. He's there to download their brain. Right. Are they married? Do they have someone at home? And then when they give those
things... Do they ever get
things,
as far where they say to you, hey, John, I want to take you back to the room, or why don't you come to my room?
Not quite that up front and blunt, but I've had plenty of situations where I knew it could have gone further. I actually don't cheat myself. I have a good girl at home.
When these women are confronted, why are you making a vomit face?
What is that all
What does that mean?
Because he's pussy whipped and he loves his girlfriend. But this is a professional job, and I only allow him to go so far.
All right, but when these women kind of give you the sign where they go, hey, like they put their hand on your knee and this and that, can't they come back and say to their husbands, you know what? You know I'm touchy-feely. I never would have done anything with this guy. I put my hand on his knee. So fucking what? I wasn't going to go fuck this guy. Don't you need more proof?
Oh, yeah. We get him to suck face. We get him to rub each other. Absolutely.
Oh, you do. So you will kiss these girls.
Damn straight.
I won't have any kind of sexual, skin-on-skin contact.
The kissing can't go on at the bar or at the, while you're having a drink because the kids are there. The kids are running
this
around.
particular case.
I wouldn't do anything in front of kids. That's kind of fucked up. I don't want to.
So how far do you go with her so that the client actually has proof?
Well, we did a case in Boston recently, John and I, and this particular case, the client insisted on being there.
Right.
So the client was with me, and we were in the back room. I was able to maneuver it, so we were in the back room, and we had the hidden video camera. We're watching it. We're watching John perform his act, and then we see him rubbing her, then we see them making out, and the client darted out, started yelling at her, flipping chairs over.
Wow.
So, so I have to be careful liability-wise.
Is the rule now don't bring the client with you because if he flips out, which he probably is
you
going to.
You got a domestic on your hands,
That's
and I don't need that.
That's right, and then you're sort of involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you will kiss these girls, you will let them rub up on you and this kind of thing. And once they kiss, that's it. I mean, we can stop. Right? That's
Do you consider that cheating if your spouse is kissing someone?
If I show my wife kissing a guy, that to me, it's over. That's it. We're done.
That's as far as it has to go. Suppose she's entertaining the prospect, but after that, she decides, no, I really love my husband.
I don't give a fuck.
It's called self-control. You got to have it from the get-go,
You know, some will call it entrapment, but entrapment legally is a criminal act.
Bullshit. It ain't entrapment.
No. Thank you.
You know what it is?
Thank you.
It's like, hey, man, I want to know. Now, you had a case. I was reading in the notes. You had a case. A guy was going to get married, and he wanted to test to see. He was having an affair.
Yes.
So he was cheating on his wife, but he had a mistress, right?
Yes.
He decided he was going to leave his wife for the mistress.
Yes.
But he said, before I pull the plug, before I do this, how do I know my mistress isn't cheating on me?
Right.
So you brought in Big John.
Yeah, this was this was like a year and a half ago. We
right
did
after
this
the
case.
show, so less than 2 years ago.
And it turns out the mistress was 100% honest and not cheating.
Not cheating.
And he left his wife and he married the mistress.
And he's happily ever after.
Happy success story.
And a lot of people will do it for their own well-being. When you get in your 30s and 40s, you may, it's an investment. It's a lot cheaper to hire an investigator for a few $1,000s than to spend tens of thousands of dollars on a nasty divorce.
Right, absolutely.
Damn straight.
I don't know.
So you think you're doing like a service?
I am a private eye superhero, Robin.
I was always torn on this kind of thing. One of it was like, hey, they're kind of home wreckers. On the other hand, but you know what?
But
where would a guy go?
Cheating is a home wrecker, not us.
That's right.
Don't expect to not get caught.
I agree with you.
Suppose the guy never gets hits on.
Right.
Gets hit on.
Go ahead.
She goes into the bar, starts hitting on him.
Go ahead.
And he falls for it because, whoa, this never happens to me.
Well, then, hey, come on. Come on. Now,
that's entrapment.
Well,
because this guy wouldn't have done anything. She was a
He doesn't just go in there. I mean, someone's got to be hired. There's got to be suspicion for this woman to be like, okay, you know what? I think my husband's cheating. He doesn't just go in there and go, I bet that guy's cheating. Let's set him up. No, he's hired.
Yeah, but the woman could have suspicions.
I don't do a psychological screening on my clients. If they call and if they say, I think my husband or she, or vice versa.
Well, there is the one thing. There is the one thing you could take the attitude that, you know what? Let's say a lot of people do cheat on their spouse.
Yes.
Is it really our jobs to bust them and let them know? In other words, a lot of people survive cheating. In other words, you go out, you cheat once or twice, and you say, you know what? I did the wrong thing.
I really value my marriage,
I value my marriage. I've made a mistake, and I'm never doing that again. And they're serious, and they don't.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go into the mix, he's getting a divorce.
That is a problem.
True. Well, JoJo here has been cheated on, so she's kind of like got a vendetta when she goes out there. Like, it's almost like stripping. It's like you're looking at the guy giving you money saying F you, and she wants to nail the bastards because she's been cheated on.
But at the same time, I try to keep that separate. It's I'm being hired. It's a job. You know what I mean? I'm not yeah, you are a shitbag. Hey, you know what? If you want to screw around all you want. But if you're hurting someone in the meantime, you shouldn't be doing it.
You know what, JoJo? I know a guy cheated on his wife a couple of times. I happen to know this guy. He cheated a couple of times. He admitted it to me. And he said to me, you know what? was the biggest mistake of my life. My wife and I have a great marriage now. It's been, and this is a true story. He said, it's like I understand now that I was out of my mind. The best thing I have is at home.
He's lucky to have her, to have been patient.
That's right. And he goes, look, she doesn't know.
Oh.
But, I made a mistake, and I love her.
Difference.
So you're saying that everyone should maybe cheat once to realize how good they have it at home?
What if you guys bust a guy, and it turns out it was his once or twice time, and he was married
once
to
or twice
survive?
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
You kill someone once or twice,
But you know
you're a
what?
murderer.
You know what, Howard? By the time they call my agency on the Mark Investigations in Brockton, Mass.
All right, fair enough.
They usually know. They usually hack into the computer. They usually find something. There's usually suspicion that leads up.
Do people that you're hitting on ever realize what's going on? The guy goes, wait a second. I am an ugly mother. I am an ugly motherfucker.
It's never.
No one ever hits on
It's
me.
never happened. And JoJo's a beautiful girl, but I have sent girls in that look like Jenna Jameson or whatever.
Yeah. Right.
And they'll be like, something doesn't add up here. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
what's wrong with this picture? I'm short, fat, and dumpy, and why is a girl with large breasts?
You're saying
hitting on me?
JoJo looks like a girl that, while she's beautiful, she looks like a girl that maybe would hit on a guy. She fits a certain type.
She's my #1 girl. She's she's.
Because I can go either way. I don't have the chest, but I can go either way.
Well, she's got a great
You
ass.
look very nice. John, what about you? You're an extremely handsome man. Do any of these ladies go, wait a second, this fucking guy is
Again, Mark gives me a lot of details about the women. I know how to dress. I know the demeanor to have. And no, I'm not fucking... Who's that soccer player douche with the Spice Girl there? David Beckham. I'm not David Beckham,
You shave your balls and your bush?
Everything but my arms and legs. If you want to see my balloon knot, get Richard Christie in here. I'll show it.
I don't want to see it.
I'll be honest.
Do
do you ever have to kiss ugly chicks? I mean, real heinous-looking wives?
Not real heinous, but I've had some like 6s. I prefer 8s are better, but
Right,
I'll
sure.
I'll play a little taunty hockey with a 6 for a bonus.
If they're real heinous, just like the Jenna Jameson type, I won't send John in because he's almost too good looking.
What's it cost me to find out if my wife is a cheat?
It all depends. If you want to send us away, for 3 or 4 days and you got to do a lot of prep work, it could cost anywhere, up to, $10,000.
Right.
You're paying for his vacation, and he gets to hit on your wife.
Probably fucking my wife.
Can I say this?
Whatever. Nice wedding gift.
Since you're giving all them compliments, I am also the fallback guy. So if they don't like him, then I will switch up and give it an opportunity. And my wife has allowed me to suck face and suck face only.
You're the beefcake. Huh?
Yes.
All right. Well, listen, this is a wild topic. Some people might think you're a cock-sucking fuck, and other people might see you as a service that is very much needed. Which is it?
Do they just, is it mostly when the girls go on these girly vacations that you get hired?
Yes.
Because girls stick up for girls. There's a girl code like there's a guy code.
Uh-huh.
And, it's happened a few times, you know. And lots of it happens in your local bar, your local restaurant, your local wherever they're going to be.
You also do other kinds of investigations. What the fuck is a paranormal investigation?
What?
You've never found any you don't do that, do you?
Do you have those special machines? Are you a Ghostbuster?
I'll be honest with you.
People call you guys?
I'll be honest with you. I promote it on my website, and if I get calls, I subcontract that out.
Right.
My company, we do a lot of, we debug houses.
Right.
I have a ton of people that are legitimately, professional crazy people who think that there's bugs in their house, so we'll go in and sweep a house.
So you do a lot of different services.
I do everything.
You were hired by the Church of Scientology, right?
I was. Why? There's a chapter in the book, and I met them about 12 years ago, and they hired me just to do background work, to do investigative work on people.
In other words, if I am a person who criticizes the Church of Scientology,
they would hire someone like me to find everything that you could think of about you. Surveillance, pull trash.
Why are they so paranoid? They have a successful operation.
It's weird.
Who are they looking for?
It's weird. A lot of them are ex-members, and I can't say anything bad about them because they've never handed me pamphlets. They've never tried to force me to go in that direction. I was an outside contractor. I said, hey, look, as long as the money's green, as long as it's ethical. But I did have to go through the whole e-meter test before I started doing work for him.
Really? Right.
It was like something my third grader made with like 2 toilet paper rolls, and they asked if I was a secret spy.
Why not hire someone within Scientology? Why would they risk a guy like you who's a loudmouth going around?
Who's going to go on Howard Stern and talk about it 10 years later?
Hire someone from within.
But you know what? Because I have nothing bad to say about them. They're actually nice people. They've been good to me. They were a good client.
What do you find out about the people who criticize Scientology? Probably
just
nothing.
Anything. You just gather intel. Knowledge is power.
And so, what are they looking for?
Care?
They want to discredit the person.
In case it goes into litigation. You know, there are a lot of ex-members that are out there to.
You said while you were there,
yes,
Tom Cruise walks through a secret passageway and then appears in rooms.
Maybe he just walks through walls.
Why is that? Why? What do you mean a secret passageway?
I was out at. Oh gosh!
The Celebrity
I'm going to be getting. You know what? Someone's going to be watching me now, Howard. I was at the Celebrity Center in L.A. many years ago, and they said he came through his private secret entrance. I didn't see it. I didn't know if it was like a bat cave or anything.
Right.
And he came by. And he had a Yankees hat on. I had a Sox hat on. He said hi to me. He seemed genuine, and he was going to study.
What is the secret entrance? So no one will see him. No one can behold him.
I guess. Right. I have no clue.
Right.
He was going to study.
Study what?
He was continuing education.
Do you think at this point he knows everything?
Continuing it. I don't know him personally. I've never done work for him personally, but I was out there on a job.
Now the Scientology Church doesn't use you anymore. Is that?
I haven't done work for them in about 6-7 years. You know, they're nice people.
You think they weren't satisfied with your work?
No, I think they've just suffered from recession, and I think what they do is they rotate a lot of different people. It's time to move on with someone else. I already did great work. I did great work. I was the best trash picker in the fucking U.S.
Yes, and you would find out things. What kinds of things would you find out? What type of girls they like? What type of guys they like?
You know what I would.
Would you find that if they were, say, homosexuals, and then report that to the Church of Scientology?
I would just gather the intel, Howard,
What's the
and
intel?
I would
What
give
are we
it
looking
back.
for?
Post-its, letters, envelopes, addresses. Banana peels.
Did
throw
you ever
out.
wonder what they were doing with that material? Did you worry that perhaps they might be using it to discredit a guy or to frame a guy or to do something like that?
You know what? That's again, I wasn't doing anything illegal. Pulling trash is legal if it's on a curbside. If you go into a dumpster, it's trespassing. It's illegal.
Right.
So I'm performing my job as a professional investigator to get the trash. I'm performing my job as.
Do you ever turn down a case because you think it's immoral?
The only case I really turned down recently was a woman who thought that someone implanted a listening device in her brain, and she wanted to know if I could sweep her head.
All right, she's obviously a schizophrenic.
Yeah, I get a lot. But she said she worked for the state, which...
Have you ever been hired by a politician to find out what his opponent is doing?
All the time.
All the time. Goes on all the time. They didn't learn from Watergate. They didn't learn from Nixon.
All the time. Local politicians, reps, senators,
what do they
want
to know?
Just anything that they can find out on them.
They want to find out any kind of scandal, right? So they can discredit their opponent.
Yeah. I ran for office back in 2004 myself, and I lost. And my opponent afterwards thanked me for, not investigating her. I said, you know what? I wouldn't have wanted you to do it to me.
Chico, you're on the air. You're on with Mark, Mark's Private Investigation Services, or go to purchase his book, Happens All the Time, Cheating in the Good Old USA. Go to onthemark.com, onthemark.com.
On-the-mark.
On-the-mark.com. Okay, Chico, you're on the air.
Hey now.
Hey now.
This guy's a fucking douchebag. Take the fucking bat right to his head.
Hey, man.
You get fucking paid to ruin people's lives. Mind your fucking business.
Bring it on, man. I'll be your next fight. You'll be my next fight in the cage.
What?
I said, bring it on. You'll be my next fight in the cage.
Dude, I'd love to, tough guy. Be careful what you wish for.
Tough guy. Tough guy's calling the radio shows there, Chico. What kind of name is that? Are you a dog, you fucking scumbag?
What's the matter, dude?
Dude, I will fucking rape your wife's asshole right in front of you and then choke out your golden retriever, you fucking scumbag lowlife. Get a fucking job.
No wonder you have an anger issue.
I'm telling you. These fucking douchebags calling the radio shows talking tough. What a fucking pussy. I pull up front, you fucking scumbag.
You know what? I will say...
Sucking a black cock, pussy?
All right,
I love sucking black cock, your mothers.
I will say, Howard, that...
It always comes down to black cock.
Yeah.
I'm your mother.
I run my agency. Can I speak? Can I speak, Chico? I run my agency in a very professional way. I don't do anything illegal. You know what? If you ethically think it's a crime, That's not for me. I get hired for a service. I do it legal. I have legal people that work with me. I do legal work. I don't. I walk the fine line like a gumshoe.
All right, Chico.
It doesn't mean that you're not a douchebag for what you're doing. Mind your fucking business.
If you cheat, you're a douchebag for what you're doing.
There's no reason to put the bait out there and fucking ruin people's fucking lives.
Did you get caught? Did you get caught?
Chico got caught cheating, man.
Yeah. Chico and the man? I said, was it Chico and the man?
How come Chico's phone connection is so low?
Because he's poor.
You don't think he's paying his phone bill?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he's got one of those government-paid cell
you
phones.
see, I work for my money. I don't ruin people's lives like you scumbag.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, Chico. Well, what about your extremely low voice, John? Does that ever, like, freak women out?
That's from all that black hawk Chico said I suck. It's high protein levels. I've had this voice since 7th grade. I haven't been able to date. I've had buddies' fathers in middle school that thought I was a drug dealer calling the house and I couldn't talk to them.
Well, let me just say thank you guys for coming in.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
For more information on Mark's private investigation services or to purchase his book, Happens All the Time, Cheating in the Good Old USA, go to on-themark.com. All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you very much for having us.
It always gets people worked up, doesn't it?
Thank you very much.
It always does, man. Okay.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
All right.
Can we take a photo
surprise
before
no
we
career
leave,
in the
Howard? Is that all
Hey,
right?
nice to meet you.
Can we take a photo for you?
Sure. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you guys for coming. Oh, absolutely. Thank you for coming.
John,
You
can
guys are great.
you go get your phone so we can take some photos?
Yeah, you look handsome, man.
Thank you. You look great. Thank you.
Did my wife send you?
Yeah.
Did my wife send them?
Yeah, right.
Mark.
Yes.
So that went well. I mean, you got your word out for sure.
I got my word out. I'm a little nervous about what the backlash is going to be when I get back with the state police that license me and the Church of Scientology and all that shit. But you know what? I guess you get to take risks in life.
Well, I was going to say, on one hand, you're looking to promote, you're looking to get the word out about your business, but at the same time, you're a private investigator, so it's something you have to keep kind of secretive. How do you walk that line? How do you...
People are fucking dumb, that's why. They got no clue. You know what I mean? I could talk to someone and 5 minutes later be watching them, and people are oblivious.
So they're not
Plus, I put fake mustaches on.
They're not going to read
I can't grow one, so I put a fake one on. I'm 42 and I can't even grow a beard. So
decoys, are you worried at all that this exposure is going to lead to people knowing who you are and...
No, it should be fine. We change our looks, we do things. I'm busy undressing Lisa with my eyes right now. So I've had Lisa her for about a decade now. So
really?
It's the glasses, the hair, the whole.
I know, and I'm
part
he was just saying, too. He was just saying he loves the glasses. Need them.
Oh, need them, huh?
Howard and us.
Interesting.
Because I want him to send it.
Lisa, are you feeling the mutual love here? Is this the type of man you're
It's
looking for?
that voice. It's like what Howard said.
See, I'm more of a normal, average guy. I'm more obtainable.
You could have a cheeseburger or filet mignon. Let's choose there.
And I'm 10 years older than
I'll be the French fries.
So you guys can change up your look. You can adapt and make yourself.
We have a whole different ball.
He gets down on his hands and knees, and he's a 5'6" guy.
Yeah, and then check this out. Watch. This is hilarious.
Oh wow!
You know, these shoes make a big difference.
So there's all sorts of tricks involved to keep yourselves anonymous and conspicuous. Cool. Well, thanks for stopping by today.
Thank you.
Good luck with everything.
Great time.
Thank you.
Hey, by the way, I didn't even mention, did you hear that like Larry King stopped by the wrap-up show the other day for like 2 seconds? He was in the building doing a bunch of serious satellite meetings, not meetings, but talk shows. And he walked by the wrap-up show for 2 seconds.
I didn't know that.
Well, there was only 3 minutes left in the wrap-up show, which I don't even understand. I've said to Tim, if the wrap-up show has something cool going on, why do they have to end it exactly on time? And then he said something has to do with the computer and like the scheduling of the shows, that you have to end completely on the hour.
But we didn't have to.
No, I don't know why. If Larry King's there, the guys wanted to keep going with him because it was sort of fun. And I don't know. My philosophy has always been, if something good is going on, let it keep going. Who cares? If the guys want to sit there and talk to Larry King, let them. I wonder what's going on there with this. It's called a profit system in the computer, and all of our shows after we do them live have to go into the computer system because we replay them, and in the replays they have to end on the hour. And I'm like, why? Who cares? I don't even care if a show ends on the hour. What I mean, like our show.
Somebody made up that rule, and Tim's sticking to it.
I think Tim made up the rule, and Tim's sticking to it. Tim here or no, Gary?
Like, why do you guys have to end exactly at 11 o'clock? Larry King's there. You're sitting there. You're having a good time. Go for a half hour. Go for an hour.
I don't think Tim's in yet. I'm calling now.
Yeah.
It may be the only thing he can control.
Yeah, he's got to let go of that. Have you ever been given an explanation, or John?
We have permission to go over now. John just told me.
Is that right?
Yeah, but like, it won't come up for another year. Like, I even said to somebody that day, "Can we keep going?" And they sort of shook me off.
Who's they?
I might have asked like Jim or somebody.
Oh.
So now we got to wait for Larry King, like Haley's Comet, to show up again.
The rule is if you're in there, we can go as long as we want to go.
Yeah.
If you come in.
Okay.
Other than that.
Well, who made that rule?
Tim.
But why? What's the thinking behind it?
My understanding is the show has to end because of the rest of the schedule and everything.
But what is
has
the
to run on
schedule?
time.
They just rerun our show.
Yeah, the replay starts at, I guess we're done by 11, so at 11 o'clock, the replay has to start, and then it affects the rest of the day. I don't know.
Yeah, but let's say they replay our show, and you guys finish at 11:20, and they start the shows at 11:30. Who gives a fuck? I mean, no one's sitting there going, oh, man, they didn't start at the top of the hour with the shows.
We're going to miss the next show.
Yeah, I mean,
it is the same show.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand I would love to know what his thought process is in that.
That's Tim. You got to ask him. But
Tim has this move whenever I ask him something. Of course, he goes, I brought it up to you, and you told me you wanted it this way. And
That's exactly what he said about that, Howard.
No, I've never once said that, ever. What, you know me. I'm the guy who used to go to, on terrestrial radio, I would go over. And I'd say, who cares? Let me sit here all day. I'm the only one getting ratings. Why are you in a rush to play music? I mean, so he always blames it on me, Tim. And I know, listen, my whole philosophy in radio is you don't need a schedule. Hey, Tim, how come we have to end the wrap-up show if Larry King walks in?
Well, I told John, I says, if you guys wanted to go, you could have gone. And he says, well, don't we end at the top of the hour? So we discussed it, and they just decided. They didn't even ask me. I was in the room, so.
Right. No, but I'm saying.
They weren't. And Jim, I asked Jim, I said, can we keep going? And he sort of shook his head.
Yeah,
you weren't in the room.
Yes, I was in the room. I was standing right there with Larry King. I was looking at him.
Oh, so you said you weren't in the room.
I was in the room.
So, Gary, you asked and Tim shook his head no?
JD's yelling Tim wasn't in the room either. If
I was
in the room,
I was
we were unaware because the room was crowded that day.
I patted Larry King on the back on the way out. I says, thanks for stopping by. And if you guys wanted to go, you could have went. There's no problem with that. The thing is that we like.
You've always told me there's a problem.
Well, we like to end the show at the top of the hour, you know, so because it fits in. When we did 6-hour blocks from 6 a.m. until till noon,
right?
You know, that block would replay from noon until 6, from 6 to midnight to 6 a.m.
Who cares?
Well, because of the spots and everything else that had to run within it.
Oh. Okay, from now on, what's the rule? The boys can go as long as they want?
They can go as long as they want. Sure.
Okay, good.
They can end. They should end at the top of the hour if they can. It makes life much easier. But if there's something there that they can go longer.
Makes it easier to put the stuff in the computer.
Exactly. And the other thing is that you and I had a conversation about that.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Remember the wrap-up?
Oh, yeah, I remember it just like it was yesterday. Okay, what's the conversation? He always does this to me.
It's true.
We had a conversation about this, and you told me.
You told me. Remember, you wanted the wrap-up show to go. It's like an hour-long show.
Right.
And that,
And if something is going on, let them go.
Right. Well, that's what we'll do.
Yeah. But I didn't have any conversation about this.
No, we talked about the 1 hour.
Okay. No,
we did.
Don't you remember the conversation where I said, let it run as long as it wants? You were there. Don't you remember that? This is what you do. Don't you remember that conversation?
No, you and I talked about it.
Don't you remember when you and I had a conversation?
I
said, let it run
exactly.
Okay, there you go.
Good. Okay, good. We're even.
Tim. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
You're losing weight again, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. What are you doing this time? No green drink?
No, green drinks.
You're doing green drink?
Yeah, Robin and I started the detox yesterday.
Yep.
No ayahuasca?
No, thank you.
Ayahuasca?
No ayahuasca, no ayahuasca.
No.
You know.
Oh, you're doing green drink, huh?
Yeah.
And what else? Because you always.
But I do like a salad. I don't do like total, but I do like a salad or something like that. Just so, but I watch what I eat.
Yeah.
No more carbs.
Right.
Crap.
Carbs aren't the problem, dude.
Well,
vegetables are carbs.
It's a combination of exercise and putting the right food in your system. But the more green you put into your system, the better. The more oxygen you put in your body, it pushes out all the impurities. You feel better. You have more energy. You think clearer, you sleep better.
All right, I'm getting woozy.
Again, vegetables are carbohydrates.
Right, okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. You can talk to Tim afterwards about that. Explain it
I'm
to him
just, you
again.
know, he's
Robin,
like,
I tried
no
calling you
carbs.
twice last night, by the way.
I tried to call you back, by the way.
Yeah. And Tim's on fire. Tim once, what was Tim's quote once? Food doesn't control him. He controls food. I think you taught him that.
No, he came up with that on his own.
Yeah.
I never declared him
Nothing-
not under the control of food.
Nothing that wacky came out of your mouth.
Cookies are my weakness. I now have the tools in order to take the weight off.
I think food gained control again.
Well, like I said, I never declared him. He decided that on his own.
But he looks good.
You're unable to do the lifestyle, you can't take the job.
Right. Sometimes Tim talks so fast and gets all charged up that, you don't know what he's saying. He comes out with all those things.
Your point is valid and well taken.
Right.
Timitudes.
Right.
There's so many projects and initiatives going on around these channels.
Timisms. Tim. I do like that guy. Tim.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. Why would you name a kid Tim? Although, what do you name a
Timothy.
kid? Timothy. What do you name a
long
kid?
form.
Where the hell does that come from? Timothy.
Oh, they
Howard.
were talking about
Yeah.
Mariah Carey's kids' names on The View, and it's
Yeah.
Moroccan was where
They decorated.
it is a room in her house. It's the Moroccan room, but that's where Nick proposed to her.
Oh. So the kid's got to be stuck with that shitty name.
Right.
Moroccan.
Yeah.
Mm. Hey, Wally, you're on the air.
Good morning, Howard.
Hey, now.
I was really upset that they were ending the show like that on Larry King. 3 minutes in, Larry's just giving off this whole itinerary of what he's doing and where he's going to be appearing. It was hilarious. He's like, Boston, L.A.,
Yeah.
England, guacamole. I'm like,
I know, I heard. I'll play it. Did you hear it, Robin?
No.
Yeah, it was really good, and then I wanted it to keep going, and then all of a sudden the rule came up. And I said, who made this rule that the guys can't keep going? Go. I don't mind. I mean, listen, you don't want them droning on for 4 hours, but if they got something cool happening, let it go.
That was an unusual circumstance.
That's right. I'm telling you, I had nothing to do with that. I'm the guy who says break the rule. There's no rule.
Content is king.
Content is king. Thank you. All right.
Howard, he had no idea that anybody that was in there in the wrap-up show worked for you. He's like, who are all these guys? I assume you're all fans?
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
All right, I'll play it.
Thanks for taking my call, Howard.
It's real quick, actually. He's only on for like 3.5 minutes.
He doesn't. What do you mean he doesn't know? He
man.
doesn't know he's on Howard 100.
Well,
He knew.
He just, who knows what he knows.
Here's what they told him. They said, would you like to go do, this is the wrap-up show after Howard's show. And he said, is Howard going to be in there? And they said, no, and then he came in.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he tells Gary afterwards he'd be happy to do our show that we don't ask. But meanwhile, we've called this publicist.
A million times,
they
I'm
don't-
sure.
They don't want to. Listen, probably rightly so. Here's the wrap-up show where Larry King walked in.
Larry, come on over to this microphone. Larry King stopped by. How you doing, Larry? Come right over to this microphone.
Wow. How many hosts?
Just two hosts.
Just us.
And a lot of
Don't
guests.
worry, I'm leaving.
That's Howard's limo driver, who's also got 100-something thousand Twitter followers.
Oh.
He only has 80-some thousand.
So, Larry.
How is Howard?
He's good. How come you never come by and do the show?
I'm never asked. How's his interpreter?
He's good. We'd always love to have you on the show.
How we do, Howard? I've got nothing against Howard.
Good. We'd love to have you. What are you promoting?
How old is he at this point?
It's hard to track his age as
All
much
right.
as it is his marriages.
But the thing about him that's noticeable when you see him in person is he can't weigh more than 100 pounds.
Yeah, he's like an elf. He's like from Middle Earth.
Yeah, he's like a hobbit.
It says here 77.
Okay.
That's how old he is, but he looks older, honestly.
He's always looked older than 77.
Yeah.
I don't recall him ever looking 77.
So he somehow he keeps saying through this interview that he's a stand-up comedian now, but then when you question him more, it turns out he's not really a stand-up comedian. It sounds like he tells stories about his life. Well, I don't know. It's not quite stand-up comedy with like jokes, but he talks about his life when he does these shows, and You know, he can't sit still. He didn't want to give up that CNN show.
No, he was forced out.
And quite frankly, I'm sure if the boys had him there longer, they would have said, you know, don't you feel sort of vindicated? Because I think the ratings were actually higher with Larry than they are with Piers Morgan.
And aren't they bringing Larry back for some kind of a special already?
Maybe, I don't know.
I heard a promo for that.
But now, because he can't sit still, he's going out doing a stand-up tour. And I thought it was a joke. He goes, like, I just got back from Lisbon, you know, and I guess because CNN's heard all over the world, he has some sort of audience in every country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing a comedy tour.
Stand-up comedy?
Yeah. I've always done conventions and things, and now when I kind of semi-retired, am I on? Because I don't hear myself.
Yeah, you're on.
Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, that's a high. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he loves his voice.
Yeah.
Listen to him.
Oh, thank you.
Let me just talk for a while.
How many cities you doing?
Oh, I got a list here. I'm doing, I start this Saturday in Borgata in Atlantic City, and then the Wilbur in Boston, and then Biloxi, Reno, Las Vegas, Chandler, Arizona, Reykjavik, Iceland, Stockholm, Sweden, Bergen, Norway.
When he said Reykjavik, Iceland, I thought, oh, he's making a joke. Maybe he is funny. But he wasn't making a joke.
No, he's really going there.
It's Larry King in Iceland. Good. I don't even know how you say hello in Iceland.
Are you really going to Reykjavik?
Yeah. Wow. Copenhagen, Munich, London, Morristown, New Jersey, Westbury Music Theater, Ottawa, Toronto, Santa Rosa, California, Newport News, Virginia, Tampa, Naples, West Palm Beach.
And when you stopped doing the CNN show, did you know you were going to do stand-up? Did you want to do something, or did you think you were done?
I actually want to go to the show. What the fuck could he be talking about? I mean,
Isn't it true?
Yeah.
Or are these just fairy tales that he's making up?
I don't know. Like, he comes out on stage and starts talking about what?
I mean, he's not going to tell you the real stories of his life about how he married 8 women.
I fucked this one, and the first night I met her, I fucked her.
And had a gambling problem and all of that. So he must be making up some stories.
Don't you have a feeling it might be like the Charlie Sheen tour, like sort of nobody knows what's going to happen that night?
Well,
and then like within 5 minutes you go to, does anyone have a question? Winning.
I actually imagine he's put some thought into it.
You think?
My nephew is Scott Zeiger. He's a big Broadway producer, and he's often seen me speak at conventions. And he says, geez, you're funny. Why don't we put together where you do stand-up? And they worked on this show. We got a producer and everything. And I go on stage. It's about 80 minutes of stories. It's all funny. I don't do anything serious. But I do. Last Thursday, I was in Portugal. I spoke at a big conference. I just did funny stuff.
But is it more like a stand-up comedy show? Or is it more like stories of your life and you're funny?
Correct. It's stories of my life. If there's a similar thing, it would be like Billy Crystal's 700 Sundays. I get up, stories of childhood, stories of broadcasting off the air.
Amazing. He's already in that category of Billy Crystal.
Yeah, he's right up there.
Yeah.
On the air stories.
That's some rarefied air. This must be some show.
Family stories, funny stories.
So after many years broadcasting, you finally decided to give it up.
Yeah.
Howard's been doing it forever. Do you think Howard will continue to do it? And
I remember we do know I'm going to continue for 5 years.
When have you talked to Larry King?
I don't know.
Why is he asking?
But Larry does have an answer.
When Howard was in Washington, how old is Howard now?
57 years old.
So he's been in how long?
He's been doing this at least 34 years, something like that.
Okay, I started in 57. How many years is that? 54 years.
Right.
That's a lot of years. So I'm 77.
He wins.
What does that got to do with anything? We're doing math.
I think he feels competitive with me. He goes, well, I've done it 54 years. Howard's only done it 34 years.
Think how tired
When I was 57, I never thought I'd leave. 57.
Right. Do you miss it?
I got ties older than that.
Do you miss it?
I miss it when there's a story like Osama bin Laden is killed, and I miss it when terroragedy happens in Japan. But
That's a new word. Terroragedy.
I don't miss it when a prince is getting married. Who cares?
He doesn't miss broadcasting when those princes get married, and I don't blame him.
Well, he's had so many marriages. Marriage can't possibly excite him.
Can't be interesting.
I don't want Kardashians. I could do without. You know how I describe it. I got mixed emotions. I feel I want to do it so bad one day, and then one day I don't miss it at all. It's like watching your mother-in-law go over the cliff in your new car.
Are you keeping tabs on how Piers is doing over there?
I watch Piers occasionally. He's okay. I think I like Pierce. It's very different from me. And actually, it's hard. I'm a poor judge of it because I try. It's hard to be objective.
All right. Unfortunately, we got to wrap up today's wrap-up
That's
show.
it. That's the wrap-up.
That's it. We're done. We're out.
So all of you are like Howard Sternites, right?
Yes.
You follow him.
Yep. We do.
He's your
We
leader.
work for him.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Larry.
Yeah, you know, I understood the audience's frustration because I was frustrated too. I was like, oh, hey, this is kind of interesting. Let's keep going. This could get to some good stuff. And then what else do we have to do? We have a whole fucking empty day. So.
He had his first special on CNN on May 1st.
Oh, he did? Okay. Yeah. So that was that. But a little.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity you don't get all the time.
Although you never know. Maybe it would have gone downhill from there and you would have.
We'll never know.
That's right.
I was going to work my way to, have you ever heard your wife on the show? And that would have been weird, but that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, no, that would have been a good question. Too bad well, now you know. Just go. Just do your show. You don't have to end it directly at 11 if you have something big going on. You know, yesterday it was a pretty good wrap-up show you guys did yesterday when Benji was arguing with Ronnie. I was listening to that. That was pretty good.
I heard they aren't speaking.
There's something going on between.
Well, Ronnie's like a big baby. I was listening to it. He was like, Benji. First, well, it's not that Ronnie's a big baby. The two of them together are just not.
It's two big babies.
Yeah. Benji is just genuinely odd, and a lot of us do think that some of the oddness is put on. And I guess what happened was, you know, Ronnie stands in the hall, and he's there to make sure there's no nonsense and that everything's cool. And when a guest comes in, he pats them down, make sure they're not fucking crazy. And so he gets to see a lot of what Benji's up to, and Benji's weird.
Yes.
But we're not sure if Benji's weird intentionally because he's looking for attention and he wants to be like an Andy Kaufman, or maybe he's just genuinely weird. And then when Ronnie calls Benji out on stuff, Benji gets all freaked out. And you don't know if that's for real. The whole thing's combustible. So the other day, Benji was coming in, and because he's had that issue with me that he's been late where I'm going to fire him, he's now decided that when he swipes his card when he comes in, because we have key cards, when he swipes his card, it's good because then he can be on record as having been here.
I was wondering why he did that because, you know, there have been times when I come in like either just perform or whatever, and I swipe it and the door's clearly open, and he stands there and he does a reswipe.
Yeah, well, that was what happened. So Benji did the reswipe thing while the door was open. People were holding the door for him, and he stood there and reswiped. And Ronnie was like, "What are you doing?" And then he started off with this explanation about how he wants to be seen as on time. And Ronnie says, "That's ridiculous. Why don't you do that out where we aren't? There's another key card position where you could be swiping all you want, and none of us would see it. You're doing it because you want to be noticed." And then they got into a whole argument.
This morning, he comes in and Fred holds.
And it's just funny to hear Ronnie argue with that Queens or New York accent, whatever accent that is. I don't even know. It's the most severe New York accent I ever heard.
He's crippled.
Yeah, and then he starts yelling over Benji. It's entertaining as hell.
So this morning, he comes in and Fred holds the door for me. He doesn't have to put his card there, but he's standing there, keeps putting the card there. You know, for like a shtick thing. So
no, it wasn't. I'll give you an exact explanation of what happened.
Don't say it to me because it's got nothing to do with me.
So this is what upset
the
Ronnie.
security people said, "What the fuck is wrong?"
And
with
I will
this
explain
guy?
what happened because I've had a reputation of being late. And I've said before, you guys accuse me of being late. I always want there to be a record of when I come in. That's why
there would be a record on the other door.
But Ronnie, I swear on my life, that was exactly what's going through my head.
So the conversation starts escalating, and before you know it, neither one of them know what they're talking about. And
I was like, well, this is pretty innocuous.
No,
How could this turn into a fight?
But like Benji's like, well, why are you so angry about this? So what if I swipe the door? And Ronnie's like, it's you, and I don't care. You're just weird. And then Benji goes, well, if you don't care, why the hell are you yelling so much?
I checked in.
Okay, great, but you could have done it on that door where you wouldn't, where you weren't.
That's not
where
what,
people who don't know
Ronnie,
you,
I
Benji,
wasn't doing
people
it for,
who don't know you think you're out of your fucking mind. This is what I'm trying to tell you. But you don't believe me.
Okay, but you're saying because I wanted to check in my card, in effect.
I think Ronnie's trying to be me on the air, like, you know, where he like berates Benji, maybe.
You think?
And yeah, well, that's what it sounds like. Because really, why does Ronnie care?
Again, Maybe people did think I was crazy, but you're angry about that.
But you
I wasn't doing it.
I don't care. It had nothing to do with me. I'm just telling you what people said to me after you walked by.
So you have emotion about that.
You could have clocked in on the other door, and they never would have seen it.
That wasn't in my. Ronnie.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
That wasn't in my head.
You made it so everybody saw what was going on.
No, I didn't, Ronnie. That's what you're assuming.
They went at it for a good, I don't know. What was it, 10 minutes, Benji, at least?
Yeah, at least like that.
Yeah.
We've all worked with each other for a long time. Yeah. It's a nice atmosphere. We all enjoy
it. It is. It's great.
You are constantly a dick to me. Constantly. And I'd rather we just didn't talk to each other if you're going to be like that.
Okay, if that's the way you want it, it's fine with me.
No, I'm saying
fine.
I'd
It's
like
settled. It's settled. We don't have to talk.
Well, you're kind of being a baby.
No, I'm not. You just said.
No.
What did you just say? You don't want. You'd rather not talk to me. It's fine.
I said we don't.
You
have
think I'm going
to
to cry and lose sleep over it? No, I doubt it.
I don't understand why you have to. You go out of your way to be insulting and rude all the time.
Insulting and rude. Okay. Okay, fine.
So where are we at?
We're at. I don't have to talk to him.
All right.
That's where we're at.
What's an example of Ronnie being insulting and rude? Going out of his way to do so.
He's always like yelling at me, like when I'm just like I said, walking to the bathroom or something. He's like, "Oh, why you have to do? Why you have to like?" I will try to. If you want me to, I'll keep track of it from the future.
Like he comments on your moves.
It's only I yell at you for no reason.
Well,
None
I'll give
at
you
all.
an example. Like you're yelling at me today about using my key card because you thought
I didn't yell at you. I'm just telling you what people presume of you, pal. That they think you're out of your fucking mind. That's the reputation you have here with everybody in this lobby in the morning.
I'm sure you help it a lot.
No, I don't. I don't have to.
You were yelling at me this morning when I was trying to use my key
I
card.
didn't-
Yes, you were,
Benji,
Ronnie.
I didn't say a freaking
You
word to you
did.
this morning.
You absolutely
First
did.
of all, I wasn't even there. I was walking out
And
as
you started
were coming
yelling
in.
at me.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Well, maybe there's a video.
No,
of
I
it.
didn't.
You absolutely did.
Oh, I so did. Now you don't have to worry about me yelling at you.
Why?
Believe me, because I won't fucking say another word. You're dead. You're not even there.
Wait, now you're threatening not to yell at me?
It's like Ronnie gets worked up right away. Because like Benji goes, look, if we can't work this out, I'd rather not talk to each other. All right, we're not talking to each other then.
You
Fine.
don't have to worry about a thing.
Yeah. He misses the... It's wild between those two.
90% of the people here, I think I have a good relationship with.
I didn't say I didn't have a good relationship with you, dude. You're the one who's putting it all out there that I don't like you, that I'm on your back all the time. Maybe I'm on, like you said, maybe I'm on your back because I don't want to see you in trouble all the time. Because you used to be in trouble constantly with Howard, and you'd sit there and you'd pull the same shit like you're pulling on me now. That he doesn't like you, that he's talking down to you, all kinds of crap like that.
But I don't like to be. I don't listen.
You don't like authority. That's your problem.
There might be some truth to that, but I don't like you constantly.
You don't like authority, and that's my fucking hallway. I'm sorry. And when you act like an idiot there, I'm going to tell you about it. If you don't like it, it's too bad. I'm sorry.
There you go. Well,
That's great.
There's
rules.
Dude.
It's my hallway.
Dude.
You have no idea how people are looking at you. You're crazy as shit.
You know what I have to say? I'm taking Ronnie's side on this.
Yeah.
This is the most sense Ronnie's ever made.
Right. Well, listen, I agree. I don't know why Benji's carrying on with his key card, but who cares? Let him sit there and swipe his key card.
I saw him do that, and I'm like, I don't know why he's doing this.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Right, he has his reason. Let him do it. I don't care.
No, but what Ronnie is saying, he was yelling at Benji, trying to help him out because he was always in trouble.
Right.
And Benji's genuinely weird, and he does strike people as odd.
This is an intervention.
Well, Ronnie's
very
trying to...
much often is not on the money. He's on the money here.
Well, he's trying to tell him, listen, if you're concerned that you're not connecting with people think you're weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just go, that's Benji.
By the way, Ronnie is as weird as they come, so Ronnie would know.
Maybe that's why he figured this out.
Yeah. Ronnie's got that permanent scowl on his face.
Oh, dear.
Where are you at with Benji now? Like, where is it? You're not talking to him at all? What's your position?
No, I'm talking to him.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, hello, how are you?
That's it.
Yeah.
Just
Boom.
business.
And for his information, the gentleman that was here yesterday when this all went down.
Yeah, the security guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's out there right now. He's here today.
Yeah.
And he just said when Benji walked in this morning, he goes, how come he's not playing with his card again? How come he's not holding the door? How come now he's not wearing his helmet like he does all the time? You know.
I saw that helmet today.
Yeah. He wears it. Like.
Yeah. That's the other weird thing.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Seriously, if you rode your bike here
Would you wear a
and
helmet?
you parked it downstairs,
right?
Wouldn't you take it off when you walked into the building?
All I know is he walked into my thing here today, and I just looked at JD and I go, look, and he looks over at Benji. We both start laughing because Benji's searching for attention because he's wearing this big. He doesn't wear a normal bike helmet. You know those cool bike helmets.
Right.
And he wears
a thing.
He wears like a skateboarder's helmet.
It looks like a World War I.
It looks like he's a special needs child.
Yeah, right. He looks retarded in this weird biking helmet that does like no one wears.
Right.
It's just an odd. It looks like, you know, when you play baseball and you put one of those.
It's like a batting helmet.
A batting helmet on.
Except doesn't have a visor.
Cover your ear.
Yeah, and it's just, and I just look
and
over
a hat besides under it.
Yeah. And so, like, I don't even...
And a turban.
just in case he has to break into character.
Exactly.
So, like, you look over, and it's just so odd, and you know it's a cry for attention, because as Ronnie says, any normal person, if you wore a bizarre hat like that, you would take it off and leave it with your bike, or just wear it at your side or
Probably
something.
isn't even protection.
Right. No, it looks like a helmet that if he fell, it would fall right off his fucking head.
I have a question for you. The hat he was wearing underneath it, was it the Yankee hat, or does he bring a spare hat?
I don't know. Who knows? I don't look like I didn't want to pay. I didn't want to buy into it.
Yeah.
Why don't you take your hat off? Like, I mean, your helmet when you walk, like you're in the building. I don't think there's any chance of you falling and hurting your head.
The elevators are dangerous.
I take it off.
Sorry, what?
I take it off when I get to my desk.
Yeah, I know. So everyone can see it. Like, that's not a hat you want to be seen in.
Right.
I could trip over the wastebasket.
Yeah.
But I'm picking on him. I'm on his back all the time.
So those security guys out there, they're just like, hey.
They think he's out of his mind.
Yeah.
Seriously, ever since he's started here.
Right.
First, it was with coming in late every day and running through the halls like the madman.
Yeah, because nobody does that.
First it was. Then he got in trouble downstairs with trying to jump the thing because he didn't have his card to get in.
Right.
You know, they think he's out of his mind. Totally.
Maybe he is.
But it's me. You know, it's always me.
Right.
So whatever.
You think Ronnie doesn't like you, Benj? Or do you think he's just trying to help you?
I don't know if he likes me or not. It's hard to judge. But I know he acts inappropriate to me and mean to me.
Oh, now I'm inappropriate and mean.
Well, in the hall, sometimes I see you give people shit. Are you doing something to him that you?
Only when he's carrying on with his shtick out there. That's
I'll give an example. Like I try to get. I think what it is.
Like Benji's coffee spill yesterday caused real expensive damage. That cost a lot of money.
Well, it's not the first time for that either.
He's done that before.
Yeah.
You're kidding.
I'm looking at a note here, Howard. It said it actually made its way over to Fred's board.
Oh, no.
How much damage?
I tried to stop it as much as I could.
It just says that they got most of it clean, but they recommend they got to get a cleaning crew in here to clean over some areas and stuff.
Should we ban Benji from drinking over there? Like, or he shouldn't be. Why don't you set up a little table like what JD has, that little dinner tray? Put your coffee on there because you're spilling it on the equipment and it's fucking everything up.
That's a good idea. I'll get a coffee tray.
Right.
I don't know. But I'm picking on him.
Right. Yeah, he's always doing something that gets everyone's attention.
Yeah. Like the other day with the bathroom. You know.
What do you do there?
Well, the sink was broken.
Right.
And everybody knew the sink was broken. But
Right.
he had to call everybody with cameras and everything to show everybody the sink was broken. But I called facilities already and told them they were coming to fix it. Everybody knew they were coming to fix it. But he had to call everybody in to the bathroom to see the sink was broken.
What is the problem in the bathroom?
The sink does not.
Broken.
I
know
didn't.
that.
Ronnie, why do you have to yell at me about
angry.
it? Why can't you? Why do you have to be mean about
You
it?
should make a whole thing about it.
Oh wait, you're the guy that comes screaming, and I'm the guy that makes a big thing about it.
I'm on your side of this one. He's fucking angry, that guy.
40 people standing around the bathroom because the sink doesn't work.
So why you gotta get angry about it?
What do you care?
Dude, I really don't know why you're always dicky to me. You're mean to me.
Oh, mean, how mean.
No, you are, Ronnie. You are. I'm nice to you.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I'm mean to you.
You are.
I'm so sorry.
Give him a hug. All right, Ron.
I'm so sorry. I really apologize.
You act dicky to me.
I'm so sorry.
And it hurt. Okay, good.
From my heart, man. I'm sorry.
Ronnie, give him a hug.
Very sorry. Enjoy your watermelon.
I know.
What was that about?
I have no idea.
It's not even funny.
You have to ask him.
Right. What was that about? Why are you doing that?
You know, I don't remember the specific. They did film it so we could see it. I don't know, Ronnie. But it didn't need every single thing I do. You start, and this is what, I'll tell you what gets down to the nugget of it.
Right.
Whatever that means.
Yeah. Right, you're getting down to the nugget of the problem, yes.
So when we were talking yesterday on the wrap-up show, I said, you know what's bugging you so much? And he starts bringing up when I did that horse bit recently on the street.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff makes him angry.
No, it didn't make me angry. All I said was, it's amazing you didn't go to jail. That's all I said. Well, it doesn't make me angry. If you go to jail, I could give two shits.
All right, but you seem angry.
No, I'm just saying it's all the
you know what?
It's
in
all
your
the
defense,
wacky.
Benji, everyone thinks you're angry, Ronnie.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, you come off angry.
I don't care. Let him think what they want.
I think you're angry. Like, he drives me around and I just
And
go,
you're angry too, so, you know.
Yeah, but everyone thinks you're angry.
We all have an angry.
But you're the
angry,
driver.
We all have an angry spot.
When he drives,
have I ever hit anybody?
No.
The whole time I'm with you?
No.
Have I ever hit anybody?
No.
Okay.
That's not what I'm talking about.
That's
I'm
what
talking
I'm
about you
talking
seem angry
about.
with me.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like even
you know you have to be an aggressive driver in the city, and there's no way
I'm not
around
talking
it.
about that. I'm talking about even like when I'll say to you,
But
hey,
you say
let's
I'm
go
angry.
somewhere, and you'll go, ugh.
No, I don't.
You're an angry guy, and like, you come off like you're unapproachable. That's what I think. And I pay you, and I think you're unapproachable.
Okay.
You know?
Howard, you've worked with people that, listen, it's not that big of a deal, but they're constantly like kind of putting you down and kind of dicky to you. And it's not.
That's so not true. You're not going to say, did I do that constantly to you? Oh, I said only when you're pulling bullshit in the hallway.
Well,
or outside.
That all the time?
You know what? And the funny part is, like when you pull crap like that goes on outside, or shit that goes on downstairs at the front desk, who do you think gets called? Me.
Although I got to say, Ronnie, your track record, you've given the silent treatment to the following people. J.D. Now, tell me if I have this right. J.D., Gary at one point, Jason at one point, Robin at one point, Artie at one point, and
Robin.
Benji. Yeah, Robin. You gave her the silent treatment for a while.
When did I give you
I don't recall that.
I do.
She gives me the silent treatment also sometimes.
I never give you the
like
silent treatment.
I don't know. Something went down one time, and I said to you, "Do you need help with something?" There was shit was going on with Sal and Richard. You wanted them to do something at Caroline's, and they backed out on you, and then you were pissed off at everybody. I said, "Can I help you with something with that?" And you go, "Get the fuck away from me! I don't need to talk to you about that."
Right.
I'm just trying.
Sure
I was just trying to. They were actually.
But if Ronnie is the biggest problem in my life of him not being nice to me, it's not. I have a pretty good life, so it's not
Benji,
that big of
I'm
a
not
deal.
trying to be mean to you. I said it yesterday. I'm trying to help you in a way. Okay, you don't believe it, but I am because you're always
trying to straighten you
you're
out.
always in deep shit here in this building.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
He doesn't
really
even
You have a
know
track
that.
record here. You can go out. I'm telling you, I'll bring people in.
Maybe
here.
you can help me in a nicer way than Ronnie.
Okay, I'll be sweet to you. That's just not my nature. I'm sorry. I'm not a sweet person.
He helps through, like, yelling at you.
He berates.
And the shit with JD.
He berates.
I mean,
my
JD
dad.
and-
My dad practiced that.
JD and I go. We go at shit